standard you would look to hold this team to?
Yeah, well, Astralis had, I'd say, a stronger start to the year, at least the first season, with a grand final appearance in Astana, with some better signs as well in Cluj. I think NAVI are trying to make the late year recovery, right? Sure, the reverse sweep wasn't exactly a great match for them, but a grand final at least, a solid run through TWC, a LAN win against, yes, weaker opposition, but NAVI trying to get their confidence back. They've been a nightmare for the Mongols this year at least. But it's Astralis who's had this head-to-head in their pocket the last couple of times it's come through. So NAVI are indeed looking for revenge if they truly are to uptick in time for that major. Like we've been saying all day long, open side of the bracket. So better seize the opportunity.
Fast play out and towards his top site. Jabbi dead first as Makazi holds on. Him and Ema trying to stop the spillover. Buying time for these rotates to arrive, and it's a finish in the pistol for NAVI. Bit and Wonderful able to get there in time and lend a helping hand.
What a
convincing shutdown of that quick A-pop called by Huxi on the other side.
Yeah, Astralis T-sides on you, Carrie.
Yeah.
There are things to be said, there are things we've seen, there are memories I don't want to relive, and so I'm looking for one round today. That would be nice. Pro League was obviously a big problem for this squad. Let's see if today will be any different.
Even saw the kind of weak T-sides carry on out in Bucharest. But their CT halves usually good for redemption. If they're able to scrape by with, you're not asking for a lot. 4 or 5 rounds has been enough for this Astralis team. Just can't go lower than that, and they have done a couple of times in these last few months. So expect a good go off the bat from NAVI.
Talk of last 3 months, I mean, Ema's actually been a real standout player for NAVI as of late. Been a lot more reliable than someone like Bits, who we hold to a very high standard, but has had his struggles this year. And sure, there's been drop-offs across the board for NAVI, but I think Ema's been at least someone more dependable for NAVI, as well as the flashes on T-side for Makazi around certain maps can really make a difference.
The thing I've liked from NAVI in the later part of this year is that they have kind of entered their humble era.
Okay.
Where they're acknowledging, they're not where they want to be. We saw that back at EPL whenever we spoke to these guys. That carried through even onto the media day here where I caught up with Ema. And he was saying, every game we feel like we're getting better. We're building in the right direction. We're not at the level we kind of want to be at yet. But the progress is there in his eyes.
Like that fake out there, Makazi just nading the smoke as Ema pushes red, drawing eyes to the wrong location if Astralis were outside, but NAVI have confirmed they're not. And so instead of flanking into a waiting Magisk, who wants this flank, by the way, NAVI just go and stack the A site. They go, hey, there's nowhere you can end except A and ramp right now. You're not going to retake outside dry. And so NAVI are so prepared for this top hit. Huxi going right in, but oh my god, Alexi falls on his head, and 2 Tech 9 headshots come through for Huxi. That's by mistake. A little bit of luck goes a long way, and the captain carries him through with a triple kill on this top site. Calamity for Alexi. He falls on his head. Thank you to the flashbangs. Astralis get on the board. And they've done it, Harry. They've got 1 round.
Like we said, bar's not set very high for what they have to achieve on this T-half. The idea that they could do a lot of the legwork right now if they find this round is huge. You break NAVI's money, get off to a hot start, get off to a 3-round streak. Sky's the limit for Astralis, it feels like. And Blade gets on the mic very, very early. They lose one round, he's instantly in.
I wonder what you're even discussing. Maybe it's a setup, because NAVI had the read, they had the perfect play, they got all the info, they had 4 players in top site, but then, you know, we only saw the Alexi B Calamity. The others also got kind of tapped out by Tech9, so I think the flashes seem super effective here. Look at the util, yeah. 2 players caught Tetris, a 3rd burns at CT Vent. So Blade with some tough words as NAVI, money is put to the wayside. Talk of inconsistencies, which Wonderful do we get today? Orb comes out. But I would say this is not one of his better maps. Smokes don't make it any easier. Second wall comes through. Astralis can cross secret.
Looks instead like they want to explore Garage. They send Stared across with the smokes while 2 go and take control. Stairs going to open. Missed shot from Wonderful. Bit of a catchphrase. Stare. Dead on the lurk out in the yard. Emo with the spot, sees the bomb there on that check, out towards Secret. That's good info for Astralis, or for NAVI rather.
Hooksy doesn't commit, and they know they've got a man inside the site, so Makazi holding the back door. Alexi could get walked on right now though by Magisk, and that nade might just give away his position. They're ready to fly up the vent. How ready is Alexi? Doesn't realize Magisk walking close upon him. Makazi can't do anything except stop this vent play, and only 1 connects. Astralis have forged their way back into this round, into a 2v2. Bomb planted, and NAVI split up without a kit.
Yeah, you really want to get a kill quickly here, try and turn it into a 2v1 so you can play with a bit of pace in this retake. They go looking for it, and Ema will provide. Magisk is going to have to do the heavy lifting. Oh. Spots on, flick up into the heavens. And Magisk with a 1v2 to break the money of NAVI very early in this Nuke campaign.
Not been getting many clutches out of Magisk as of late, but that is a high impact one early in the game to, as you say, break the money and allow Astralis back into what was a disadvantaged round. 3v4 trapped in the lower site, having to just fly up the vent. Magisk with a very important round, and NAVI back to pistols. And I think you've got that in the back of your head for if you're Astralis, right? This head-to-head has been good for you. Form sometimes isn't the most important factor. Sometimes specific matchups really favor one team or another. And Astralis have had NAVI right where they want them. Last 2 times they've played. Winning Nuke both times in that series. Even dominantly back at Bounty.
You're dead on. I mean, you know, even for, as kind of an example of that, we talked earlier about NAVI versus Mongols always being a pretty good matchup for NAVI, and that was like regardless of the form of either of those teams.
When Mongols are peaking and NAVI are like have fallen off, NAVI still win that game.
Yeah.
They won it, won it back at EPL, won it back at TWC. Won it when you least expect it. And they might get another chance to prove it if they can overcome Astralis, but I think we're in for a 4-3 mapper.
I mean, also, this is Astralis now with a bit more time to have got it adjusted to Magisk in this roster. Right, we saw him take to Bucharest and have some great games across that tournament.
I mean, Astralis almost won in a, not to be rude, but a 4v5, let's just be honest. Right, we had Rugger sub in, we had Magisk AWPing, and we had Device out. And they almost beat Aurora, the eventual winners of the tournament. So, I mean, Magisk out-AWPed Woxic on the numbers in that series. That's crazy to think of. But hey, we've got the full Astralis 5 here in China. So eyes on device as well. Orb comes outside. A player does slot themselves in close.
Kamikaze deep here. Oh! It's a free kill, but it ends up being way more labored than you would have liked, and so the trade is there for Stare. Everyone's an orphan now.
Ooh, cheeky lurk. And if he gets tucked in, oh, look a bit. No idea this is even possible. Love that from Jabbi. Just finds the perfect timing as the commotion goes outside. And Magisk is feeling it today. Hot hands, 11 and 2, charging into this top site. Oh, Magisk. What year is it? Astralis era right now on A. Winning this top side out damn near every time. 4-2. Tech timeout coming through. Silence. Not what NAVI need right now with no money and no momentum. Good to see Astralis still have the confidence to pick into Nuke despite everything we saw, right? Sure, statistically it's a good map for them, but you know, back at EPL it was their absolute nightmare. Improved it coming into Bucharest, a couple of good wins here. But, I mean, I saw 2, 0, and 12 halves in one event. They seem to have figured it out. Devices back in the server. Quick mic check and we should be going live.
I mean, across Bucharest had this kind of running joke about how Magisk nicknamed Unk.
Yeah.
And how I don't actually think it fits him.
Okay.
Because he's, you know, he's 27, he's still out there, still in the age where he can be a big performer, can be a heavy hitter.
Prime of his life.
And I feel like he's been living up to that, honestly. In Bucharest, he had some really, really solid games where he was the standout player for Astralis. Hell, here he's 12 and 2 to open up.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a lot more mileage you can look to get out of this guy.
Hey, he's younger than Controllers.
Yeah.
He's still got it. Look at him go, same play. And no one's watching. They hear the drop, they don't do a thing about it. If I'm Alexei, I'm pissed there. Like, you know, maybe you're just banking he won't do that, but Ima hears him drop off main roof. And yeah, I feel that one.
To make an AK omelet, you got to break a couple of egg leg CBs. And that's what Ima gets his hands on here, but it should be enough for Astralis to just run away with the round regardless. Out of position in NAVI, a man down. No threat posed by the pistols if they're on the other side of the map, and that rifle won't find its way into the action anytime soon.
Well, B is the sunny side right now. Astralis can just walk on in. And it'll be NAVI face down. Simple conversion here on those couple of kills. NAVI scramble rotates, but probably going to see a save of an AK and two players try to get exits. Or just bodyguard.
And I mean, this is already just a great T-half out of Astralis. And if they're able to maintain this power position, you know, you really could run away with a fantastic T-half here. You've got NAVI right where you want them. Save is going to help a little in terms of you know, padding out the bank, and it's something NAVI are always going to have to rely on, that they can just save these guns. But eventually, Astralis will start hunting, right? Trying to keep it punishing, deny back-to-back full gun rounds if they can. And with money already approaching, you know, 10K a player, admittedly, with the exception of Stair, but still, you know, you got Device, $10,000, Hooksy at 6, jabbi approaching 10K. You're in a very, very powerful spot right now if you're Astralis, and another timeout burn for NAVI. They've used 2 of them already, and it's still early doors on Nuke.
What can Blade instill at them at this point? It's been a bit of a disastrous start.
I mean, Hooksy's kind of played you a pretty stacked deck to open up, right? He's come through with a bunch of these top site hits early on to set the precedent of making Astralis, making NAVI worried about these fast A rushes. As the game's gone on, it's more been about the yard control, right? And these lurks from Magisk out in main. Stair trying to cross in the smokes and getting good results from it in the early gun rounds. So you don't really know where best to place your resources, but you feel like you have to take control of yard. You have to shut down some of these plays that Astralis have looked for. They'll start with a double hold out there between main and garage. Wonderful just scoped in on the AWP, and so this is the moment where Astralis kind of take their eyes off the yard a little bit, feeling like they've done enough, and that a reaction will come through for NAVI on this half of the map, and they're right in that assumption.
Still more smokes. They're going to use a second wall, so again, they just wait for these nades to get used on the utility. Stare patient, allows that second volley to be thrown in, and this can set Astralis up down secret if they want.
It's a great bit of conditioning. You've made them worry about A, you've made them worry about secret and yard. And so where's a little bit quieter as a result? Where would you expect to be a little more stripped for resources? It's going to be this ramp area. Only bit there, and he doesn't have anyone who can rotate in and like lend a helping hand in any serious way. That looks like where Astralis are kind of honed in on at the start of the round. Maybe that changes here in the middle of it.
Walking out upper, but this is the ramp play, you called it. And Bit might just have to rotate B to assist with Mikaze. jabbi faking topside, does Bit shuffle, he does. Moving out of his position, uncertain, but it goes quiet. The call comes in, watch out ramp. Wonderful does find Stair outside, a big kill on the AWP as Astralis now go into a 2-man hold. Bit patiently waiting. Easy double for him, high damage, Device on 2 health. There is no getting out of this one. Not with the round win, and not with your life. Wonderful makes sure of that, as NAVI has a brief moment of panic, but then defeating the 2 lurks makes that a lot easier.
Yeah, ultimately, I think a frustrating round for Astralis as well, right? Like, all the early conditioning has worked. You see what Hooksy was trying to do there. They get the reactions they were hoping for, but just a really, really solid ramp hold out a bit, and Wonderful delivering 2 on the AWP. Dealing with the lurk out in the yard and then stopping Device. It's more than you could have even asked for if you're NAVI.
Opening kill would be massive here, but the flash is perfect. Gets them not only on top of main, but smokes get Astralis down secret. NAVI haven't broken in time to stop that. Device does get caught trying to edge the smoke with the orb. Wonderful's looking for this main player, knowing someone's nearby, someone's out and about. Mikaze might offer a helping hand here. Nice dink. They got a grenade. They do, but Magisk falls off. Ramp player rotates B, and Astralis are being loud about this. But they don't know Bit's got stuck in.
Ooh. Good catch for Hooksy. That gets rid of the B-side player. Gonna allow this bomb plant to come in.
Huge.
Now everyone else for Astralis is far away, and NAVI are clamping down on this B site. Emo with the backstab, needed to deliver a double. Prime opportunity to do so. They finally stop Hooksy. These rotates starting to come through, but they're going to arrive late, and Alexi's heard this. Chance for NAVI to just get on that bomb right now. Tap on it. Peek out for jabbi, sees they're not on the defuse, but Wonderful delivers a kill. It's all on Magisk here, 1 versus 3. Still no defuse found, and Wonderful allows it to come through there with a cleanup on both the players. As he rotates in on his AWP, finishes the job on the P250, NAVI start closing the gap.
Back-to-back impact rounds from Wonderful. You love to see it, but I mean, what's jabbi doing? Did he mean to make noise on that ladder? It looked like he was trying to silent drop, right? Or silent climb, because he snuck into door and then just loudly announces his vent rotation. Perhaps you think they're all down from ramp side, but yeah, very curious. Player in Decon heard every single step, and they were more than ready for him on that B site. I mean, it is jabbi, right? You can expect he's late lobby in these kind of rounds, but feels like a wasted opportunity to sneak behind the single door. And NAVI, they get out with a round with 3 alive. So they get to breathe a sigh of relief here, coming into round number 10. Astralis' money, not much prettier. Device with a really slow start to this map. It's barely been firing off this AWP. Oh dear. Shaky start for Device. Miss Molly. Bring on the wall, but Hooksy has another, laying in wait.
See the double smoke wall, don't really have a choice but to send a player down lower as a cautionary measure.
They're playing both sides. Ooh.
IEM continues his great game with an opening kill in this round. Feet spotted for Alexi. Free kill there on jabbi as he waits in the heart. And Makazi, who dropped down here earlier on, able to just block them and stop this secret spillover. So back to the drawing board now for Astralis as they use that HE. They can't break any smokes open now.
You need Device to find a pick here, or this round is dead in the water. Might get a duel to Wonderful, but Wonderful peeks out, catches Hooksy instead, evades capture for now. And even Device aiming the wrong way. Spotted as well, Wonderful. They are right below him, climbing up on the outside. Spots it, and 20 seconds just refusing to give Hooksy what he wants. This one's done. Astralis a combat saving. Or Magis rather, out of there like a light. And Wonderful, that's his 3rd double kill in a row. Very good to see. Seen some really shaky games from him as of late, but also seen some insane clips. Remember that Nuke 1v4 and the pistol? TWC had a couple of really strong maps. So we know the potential, just not always realized here for Wonderful. And NAVI need him now more than ever, especially with that head-to-head being so favorable for Astralis this year. Bit of a back-and-forth game right now, but yeah, Astralis' money on notice.
You know, with Device being largely irrelevant thus far in this game, and IEM having such a commanding performance on the rifles, it also just kind of lowers, you know, Wonderful to have like a great high impact round. It lowers the bar for it. Just getting out with 1 kill even on the cross out here in the yard has felt like enough. He's oftentimes been good for 2. IEM with an early rotate down through the vents as well is teed up over towards Secret to make quick work over this lower drop.
Small misses for Device. He had, you know, good fight v Wonderful again, but oh, IEM, he's just keeping it going. 2 crisp headshots before Device does step in and land an AWP kill. Oh, will it go out the map? No, he got it. 3v4 here, but not much room for Astralis. They've got Secret, but Bits making sure they can't go any further. And main contained by Makaze, so down they go. I like this position. It strikes.
Oh. That's just a really rough miss, isn't it?
Been a few of those for Device. For so long, Mr. Consistent, but we need that consistency right now, lacking.
Had a couple of games like this out in Bucharest as well, where he just kind of fell by the wayside. You know, wasn't really a huge part of the game. Don't want that to feel like it's following you at multiple tournaments now. Especially not for someone as accomplished and someone who can't hit as hard as Device.
Yeah, I mean, with also recent illness, coming off the back of Bucharest, travel into China, hoping he's back at his 100%, but definitely all up for the question.
All on the run-up to the major after the disaster around Shanghai.
After finally making a major after 5 years, or 5 majors rather. Oh, big break, but somehow no one on the screen. He catches Hooksy last second. Wonderful. Exerting a lot of presence outside on this AWP, and Makazi in main has other ideas. You're going to walk this smoke again? Makazi says no way, and NAVI in every position holds strong. Magisk, he had a great start to this map, but his team have crumbled around him. And he is not long for this half. NAVI walk into Nuke, and they look to lead with 7. That's what they'll do in their CT side. A strong start for Astralis, but it fizzles out with 5 straight for NAVI.
NAVI do well to recover in that first half, getting out with 7 rounds. But we said the bar was kind of low for the Astralis T side in terms of what they had to provide. You're not happy with the fashion in which you went out in that 5-round streak to NAVI. But in terms of just raw numbers, 5 in the T half should or could be enough for Astralis.
Yeah, you just want more output from some of these players because you got Hooksy second performer because Jabbi, Stare, and Device at 3 kills apiece. It's not ideal. Maybe CT side is where they can get reactivated. NAVI go outside in this pistol. Hooksy spotting on ahead of the smoke, but gonna have to dip back as NAVI cross with a flash. It's a methodical round to get hell control. It's a lot of space for a pistol round. And Alexi's waiting for the reaggress. He's gonna get what he wants. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's the spot at least. Device and Hooksy able to get past the lurk out there in secret, but a follow-up on a Stare gives away heaven control. What did NAVI want to do with this? Good check for Ema, quick trade for Magisk, and this one's ending B.
Read well.
Device already down here. Bit committing to take down the lobby reaggress, and once more that's opened up another route for NAVI in this pistol round.
Who's faster though? Because Astralis have a quicker point of rotation, so they've read it. They've actually pushed the player up the vent in time. Hooksy in the site. They're not going to be ready for this. They have to clear it.
Good check for the first. Hooksy, can he find a follow-up here? He's getting flanked through Hart, but that's a big whiff from Bit. Hooksy's still in the round now, and a chance to fight up on a heaven. Hooksy seals the deal on that pistol and continues his great form here on Nuke.
And even though NAVI are calling great, right? Like the reposition is nice to reset there. I mean, Hooksy is ahead of the game. He makes the call as soon as they do. Like, what would I do in this position? I would rotate out. You've seen another player at B. When there's 2 alive, you can expect that A is weak. And so Hooksy fills that void and puts bullets down range to find a pistol round for Astralis.
And I mean, you know, we talk about this being a provably good matchup for Astralis that so often stems from the leader, right, from the captain. Clearly just a matchup that Hooksy feels like he has a very solid read on, and that pistol kind of attests to that fact.
Device gets 2 kills in that pistol as well, so waiting for a recovery. Well, there's a good sign. Ooh, that's an off angle, but Bit's ready for it. Gets the jiggle.
Yeah, once you're jiggled on that angle, staying on it, if your Hooksy does feel like a bit of a death sentence.
He had nowhere to go.
You hope that doesn't lead to this getting out of control. It's only a couple of deagles here for NAVI. Oh, Jabbi. No.
You're lucky you got rifles outside, because that MP9, embarrassing. And Lexi, look for a deagle on your way out. But up top, Astralis level the playing field, 7 apiece. 5 certainly enough on that T side. Gonna have to put NAVI's full bias to the test. Try a trade up.
Good to see they get blues out here too. You wouldn't think so looking at the market.
Oh,
all right.
Got it.
We were all a little nervous that the clipping would be the downfall. But it's all well and good. Smoke still picked up. NAVI, a slow round here. Looking for a ramp commit. Alexi lobbing in fake smokes out in the yard for Mikazi to play around. But a double setup over here at ramp. I mean, it's another solid read from Astralis. Device and Stare both struggled at the start of this game, but the ramp hold is convincing. Oof. Hooksy gonna catch Mikazi on his yard lurk. And dude, he's just had their number.
What a recovery for Device. Where's this come from? I mean, has he just had his wonderful run? 3 multi-kills in a row? double in the pistol, triple on the anti, then a double right there. And I mean, we see how limp that play is for NAVI. 2 players on a crossfire. The flashes come in, they dodge them, and then NAVI push into a crossfire of no blind players. It couldn't be easier for Astralis with that setup.
Yeah, if there's one thing we all kind of have grown to know about HooXi, it's that he's got a lot of faith in his calls, even thinking back to his debut event in Astana when they were staring down the face of elimination and falling short. The tournament they went on to reach the finals in, his first outing with the Astralis squad, and they were just kind of going off of the old playbook, and he didn't like it. Decided, you know, if we're going to go out playing my style, my brand of Counter-Strike. And these rounds where he's called gambles from the get-go, where he's tried to have the read on NAVI, the rest of Astralis listen. They hang on his every word, and so often he's been right in his assumptions here on Nuke. Every time it feels like NAVI are going into a stack. Ooh. This is one of the few times where they're not. They get out ramp with that 1 kill. Jabbi's already down here at lower, but a convincing follow-up for Bit on the gun, and that's opened up a path to a bomb plant now.
I mean, he's having a stinker, Jabbi, but still, that's such a quick 1D. There's almost nothing he can do. Had to hit the first headshot. And instead, it leaves Astralis not only a man down, but out of position. NAVI, not the most dangerous. It's only really Bit with the AK with armor. Ima's going to be soft. But Astralis don't know these details. They don't know what they're up against, so they walk away. Definitely going to get the chance to find exits here on ramp. So Astralis are still fighting. They just can't win the round.
And all right, this series, this map rather, starting to hit crunch time. You know, you break through on a round like that. If you're NAVI, you tie this game up again. You give yourself a good chunk of runway to try and pull it back on this T-half.
Nice Astralis plant.
And dude, you know, if Astralis do end up falling down here on Nuke, they really only have the individuals to blame. That's a cool picture. But man, you know, they only have themselves to blame because HooXi has so often put his team in the right place, right? And if you're kind of getting the right moves, having the right positions, even there, around where they were, I would say the most out of position yet, they still had, you know, a follow-through in place. They still had Jabbi in the correct spot down towards that B site. And that's like the most caught off guard they've been. And it wasn't all that caught off guard. And so that's where you look at it and you just kind of look at the individual numbers here from Stare, from Jabbi. Not enough. Device going on a bit of a recovery arc here, but it's still far and away from saying he's fully recovered. You can have all the right reads you want. You can't win a game 2v5.
Device hits a tag here. Mikaze gets caught on that smoke bloom. Timing of the peak is perfection. And Stare gets delivered an AK, so thank you very much. Astralis hit 5v4. And the initial plan for NAVI cancelled. So it's back to lobby. Ooh, that's scary. Ima's allowed to escape. I mean, NAVI need a kill more than Astralis do in this moment. Alexi tries to keep the pressure up outside. But it's Device on ramp with the AWP looking for a recovery here.
Ooh, swing and a miss. Lucky to still be alive, really, as he drops down lower. He does have teammates already reinforcing this half of the map. Alexi's asking for just a couple more seconds before there's any movement, before they get too committed. And with a spot on HooXi over in main, Magisk, nade finds Bit over in heaven. They know what's happening here to Astralis. Magisk has support, and they'll turn it around. Buys them just enough time for Jabbi to fly up the vent and offer assistance.
HooXi's barrel let him down there. The silencer I thought was going to be the undoing of the round with Alexi cracking open the main kill. But Magisk holds strong yet again. 18-9. He is a rock at the back of the site. And even Jabbi is able to get his flowers in this round. But that nade is so helpful because, as you said, it just gives the info immediately. Astralis know where everyone is. With so little time on the clock, NAVI this time want to speed it up and attempt down the vent. Lots of damage taken, but 3 players make it down.
Yeah, Stare starts his round off looking towards B on the back of that smoke. Gonna be honest, this one feels like another solid read out of Hooksy. With all that damage, it was a double main start for Astralis, which is very unorthodox. Now they just have to finish the job on all these low players in the B site.
Oof. And the worst part about going for a quick round like that and actually committing to the plant is you just see everyone else is out of position. You lose your B players, they start scrambling. Player off main, picked by the orb. Alexi left to save. I mean, NAVI are not in position to assist on that B bomb site. And the goal of Astralis to actually flank down the vent and follow them in that play is the last thing NAVI expect.
And Hooksy might be the ghoul of Astralis, the way he's haunting Alexi right now. Double main start to spam the smoke on the door rush round from NAVI.
Yeah. So much damage before they even make it through. Makes these kills look so easy. And Device, I mean, he had 3 kills at half, Harry. He's up to 11 now. He's barely died. He has absolutely recovered on this CT side from what felt like a horrible game on the eye test.
It's reassuring, right? Because Astralis are being put in positions to succeed, and when the individuals were letting them down, that really hurts. But yeah, everyone kind of going on to find a bit of form. Started with Device. Sure, jabbi only had 5 kills, but he found that impact round with Magisk where they stopped the A play. There's stuff to like here for Astralis. And if you told me like Blade was passing Hooksy notes as to what these rounds were going to be, I'd believe you.
The Device has not died in the CT half. He has 8 kills with 0 deaths since we flipped over when Astralis was 7-5 down. Okay, NAVI, bit of a surprise about to erupt on this B bomb site, and Stair is concerned about his flank as well, so he doesn't even have full info. That molly, he can play ahead of it. He's going to land at the bottom of the stairs, and that's exactly what Ema wanted. A heads-up fight, one of the few AKs put to use from NAVI. This could be a winning round. Astralis going to throw everything they've got.
Oh, they close the door. Hooksy separates that, separates those fights. Magisk even gets past Mikazi on ramp. It's only Alexi. NAVI are wondering, how's this gone so wrong? They were in the driver's seat and now they're getting ripped out from it. Alexi trying to keep them in this map. With the 1 versus 3. It's just Device left to beat, and Alexi digs deep, digs NAVI out of the hole. Nuke is still alive as Alexi keeps NAVI in it.
Oh, thin margins there. He was absolutely trapped. Nowhere to go. No info on the 3rd player. And Astralis had his back turned, put him down low, and he's still able to wiggle his way out with a 1v3 clutch. Captain comes up for NAVI, bottom of the server, and delivers a must-win round to keep them in this game. Alexi B and NAVI now 1 round within reach. Pieces that together perfectly. Device's final position and a stressful clutch to lose where Astralis do the hard part, but they just can't finish the job.
Definitely felt like they get a bit ahead of themselves, right, in that 3v1. You're thinking to yourself, it's only Alexi, he's having a horrible game. We can just run him down, and that's a decision they might come to regret.
I mean, I don't even think there were any huge mistakes there other than the missed shot on his back. Oh, okay, he's woken up now. You got jabbi running out the door. Alexi was spraying at ramp. It's just a sick shot for Alexi. But jabbi's having one of those games, huh? Where nothing seems to work. And here, with Alexi finding a 5v4, NAVI are climbing up heaven. Astralis have to make this move, so to push lobby is the right call. But it could go very wrong. Crosshair placement is close for Ema, and it is dead on. There is no winning this, Astralis. Outpositioned. Although,
I mean, Magisk, yeah, dead to heaven. Always had to keep it in the back of his mind. Device offering up some resistance. But a very unlikely, well, it was a 2v4, 2v3 now. Maybe gives you a reason to hang around, see if they give you any reason to go for this. But it should just be a save.
I want to see Device peek this, though. Get this kill. Your teammate's heaven. Like, it's not impossible here. This kill is everything, but Makazi makes it so, and yeah, that will cool it off. Device gets out of there. Definitely was a world. But NAVI, off the back of their captain's clutch into an entry kill, position well, and wrap the heaven to deal with the big ticket item that is Magisk in this series. 21 and 11, only good for one here. And so NAVI tied up 10 to 10. This is a series that has close written all over it every time we see these teams play. 3 maps, the distance. Just this orb now. Knife in the vent. Hey, fair enough, they've been trying it, but it's crossing behind the smokes instead for NAVI. Oh, this could be perfect for Wonderful. Oh, the timing! The timing could not be worse. Moves his orb off as Device peeks in. Can they get the orb out? Are they trying to use it or just throw it out the map? Alexi fires a shot. Seems like he wants to keep it.
Well, 10 and 1 since getting onto this CT half is Device. And he's found the 5v4 here. Let's see if he can keep up this electric CT comeback.
Bobby clear is nice. But Astralis don't realize how deep Bitten's gone.
Oh, bomb's going back on Alexi. Oof. Alone. Makazi kind of moving around to join him.
Got to clear it, yeah. Nice. Now it's very hard to win this for Astralis. Device has to get into heaven super quickly. Even these fights are not good. Device knows deep down, this one is done.
Maybe it's the orb. Alexi, swing and a miss. But still, pole position taken by NAVI. And this late in the game, I mean, it puts a lot of emphasis on this next gun round for Astralis if they want hope on their map pick. A map they've looked to make their home. And NAVI might have them up for eviction.
And I mean, this would follow in kind of what we were talking about, right? Even though Astralis have won the last 2 times these teams played, Astralis had a better first season of the year, with Cluj and Astana being their standout events to a degree, and well, NAVI have been the ones trying to level up in time for the Budapest Major. A late year, a second season, bounce back, some better results, some better feelings from the players that we've heard from, and some confidence-boosting wins as well.
Well, I mean, I think just a win. If NAVI are able to seal the deal on this win, it puts them in such a strong position in this series. Yeah. It really does. Like, Nuke has always been reliable for Astralis in this head-to-head. We've been crediting Hooksie's reads, how it feels like more often than not he's putting everyone in the right place. But both times this map's come up in those 2 head-to-heads that Astralis won, they picked it up. One, it was their pick. One, it was the third deciding map.
And let's follow in that track record, because if NAVI win today and they take down Astralis, I mean, they go into Mongols, a provably good game against them, to qualify for the playoffs. And suddenly you're in the playoffs of a top event with the top 8 teams in attendance. NAVI, this is their perfect position. This is their chance right now. What a flick from Ema. He has just been lightning fast on this T side. 5v4, as Stair makes a risky move, in my opinion. NAVI walk the walk silently down Secret.
Jabbi's also the guy to drop down lower, and he's having, no secret, he's having a really rough game. 6 and 15. Holds on there with a convincing kill to find Mikazi, and that's huge.
Oh no.
Magisk also going to deal with Ema on a ramp lurk.
No way he's weak as a result.
NAVI are really strung out. The bomb is still dropped over towards T-spawn as well, so eventually someone's going to go back and get that, and you've only got 40 seconds left to work with. Whatever Wonderful wanted to do out in the yard, he can't because of this bomb.
Yeah, no one's fighting yard because Hooksy has the cross info. They know Na'Vi have been wrapping heaven, so he just positions back garage, and this forces Na'Vi into the A site. If they go hut, they go into device. If he goes main, he goes into Hooksy. Secret, he has to run. 25 seconds. Astralis is going to get that info. Jabbi is in position. His job is not done. Na'Vi don't know. Astralis realize what's happening.
Jabbi already down here, and a chance to play and be heroic. 2 kills for Jabbi, and that sealed the deal on this one, man. There's no more road left to run. NAVI out of time.
I don't know why Bit's looking ramp when he knows Jabbi is single door. He can't be anywhere else, right? Like, there's no way he's like repositioned out B, gone back up the rafters, gone to ramp. No, he's still single door. He's been there the whole round. Bit's looking the wrong way. And sure, that was desperate from NAVI. It failed at every turn. Losing Ema on the ramp lurk did no favors. Otherwise, they could have just hit top site through lobby, which they had the whole time. And that was the weakest position. They even saw Magisk at ramp. But I guess they really wanted to use Bit's position down on B, feeling like Jabbi hadn't seen him cross, which was true. Desperate for NAVI. They're just going to throw themselves at Astralis, and Jabbi is looking for the late game recovery.
A horrible way to lose Ema as well, right? Top performer for NAVI, dead to a flash, trying to get out through the door. Good pickup for Wonderful, and it's allowed Bit a powerful position, starting to scale out in the yard. It's info that Astralis don't have, and so Hooksy could die in back garage, but Bit instead doesn't look for this kill, and instead tries to scale further. Makes it all the way into lockers, but there's an immediate reaction out of Astralis. 2 players dropping down lower, starting to re-clear Secret. Mikazi's got to hold on. He's got shadow advantage, and that's still not enough. Jabbi, where's this come from? Hooksy's even spotted Bit, so this push out in the yard won't yield a thing. And it's only Alexi left, nailed out in the yard. Astralis move on a map point.
Oh, it's an absolute crumbling for NAVI. They did all this hard work on the T side to pull it back when Astralis were picking up steam, winning the pistol, converting, winning a gun round. And then NAVI felt like they were in position to still steal this away, crumbling back-to-back rounds. Everyone getting their flowers here for Astralis, everyone pulling their weight down the tail end.
And it really is NAVI. Ima's on a deagle.
Come on, give him an AK. He's giving him so many opening kills in lobby.
At bare minimum, it's going to force Ema to be a little bit slower. You're not going to get any of these smoke walks that let him down in the last 2 rounds on the Deeg.
Yeah, I hope he baits for a gun.
Spirit of Zeus lives on. This is not a simple task for NAVI.
Not at all. Can they seize the moment? Device back garage orb. And NAVI do cross again, but this time Astralis don't have a single rotation. NAVI, oh, he made noise. Now they have to run. And now Device hears everything. They're still sneaking, but this is not a secret anymore. Double ramp to meet up. It's only stair here. Astralis really are padding that top side right now, refusing to play lower. This puts NAVI in a very strong position right now. As long as they control vent and don't let their eyes off it like last time, this is a free plant. Vent is open.
You've just encountered so little resistance. You're almost expecting a bit more in towards lower.
Vent is open again.
And so it's opened up this path to rotate.
He's
Bit
missed
taking
it.
Vent now, but they're already ahead of him.
It's GG.
Alexi on the line, but he's got to double up here when this door swings open. It's make or break for Alexi B, and he doesn't have the info. Dead at the first turn. Bit catches one, sure. It's down to him and Mikazi to pull off a 2v4. Quick kill for both of them. No follow-up for Mikazi, and Astralis looking to do it. Bit's the only one left to stop. Defuse being held. Spam connects and Bit with the clutch. Might have missed the timing, but boy, does he make up for it. NAVI send us into extra time.
I take it all back. I apologize. A 3v5 and a 1v3 for Bit. He steals it away with the lineup on the defuse. Unreal shots for Bit. A bit of luck, but a lot of skill. Even with letting them down the vent, that felt like the end of it. That felt like all it would take for Astralis. And head in hand, they know how good they had it. But Bit with his biggest round yet, a map point to keep this game going into overtime. Immediate timeout for Blade, no surprise. NAVI forcing an opportunity.
As we say, this is a map that Astralis have always had in their pocket in this head-to-head. A provably good head-to-head from the last two times these squads went blow for blow. Both times Nuke played a key role and it went the way of Astralis. So a massive chance for NAVI now on the back of Bit to try and upset. And no crazy risks taken, no smoke walks for IEM. Double outside wall for Alexi, serving as nothing more than a fake, and that's info device could grab. When you see that second wall, I don't know if he budges any further than this, anticipating that players will be secret bound. And so this is going to really slow down the rotates for Astralis, something we've been crediting them for all map long. Util at least stalls out the push, but it is coming. Fast top side play, Magisk can't get out with a multi-kill. It's got to be jabbi. And that's at least kept Astralis in this round. No one goes for the bomb plant either. Makazi and Wonderful split up. They're looking for kills. Wonderful needs some results from this play. Gets away with the first out in main. Stare on a swing from the heavens is traded. It's just device on the line. Deleted by Makazi.
All right, the kick and clutch too. NAVI, perfect. Symbiotic, they come together right at the end, both clearing different positions and then grouping, hitting perfect trades. Feels like a wordless clutch. But one that keeps him alive as a solid topside hold comes in when you consider the double fake smokes outside. jabbi 2 kills all for nothing. As NAVI find the first of overtime. Pep in their step, wind in their sails, they go quick. Hello. Goodbye.
Again with the fast A push. Using a Hooksy classic against him.
Bomb's loose, they got to commit.
Nate does big damage, Stare softened up.
Close.
Device still waiting for a chance to pounce out through main. It tries to take a solid line, looking for this kill. And Alexi will get offered up in the process. All right, we've had a string of clutches for NAVI. Started with a Bit 1 versus 3. Makazi with a key 1v1 in the round prior. How's Wonderful gonna fare? Harder task here as Astralis are grouped, right? They get away from that split. And there's the swing out of device. 2 in a row is the limit for clutches for NAVI. And Astralis could still make out here with a strong CT half if they find this next round.
Yeah, they need to, right? We've seen the troubles on T side. Sure, both only netting 5 in regulation, but Astralis have had worse history, so really feeling like this last round is necessary. Believing again. Hooksy and Magisk, 20 plus kills. Only IEM in comparison for NAVI. Device has been getting smoked off outside. He's not really had these open fights. Can someone break for him? Doesn't look like it. He's just going to try and play ahead of the fire. But Molotov lands, and he goes full send, full commit, and pays the price with his life.
For NAVI, right, you've done the hard part. We said this once already with them. You're in this 4-on-3. You just can't mess this up. Oh, don't give too much away. Device, collateral found. 2 shots fired, 3 kills for Astralis' AWP. And a one-man army out in the yard. Could it be enough? And Device seems to think so. Only Emo remains. The best laid of plans, the best of starts for NAVI might not be enough to get them through this T-half. Unless Ema can also enter the clutch conversation. 1v3 as this begins. Time is his enemy, though. He's got 25 seconds and no idea as to the whereabouts of Stair or jabbi. He is flying blind in this clutch. All about intuition. Does Ema have it? 15 seconds. And shot in the back of the head. Device. It took nearly the whole game for this guy to get going.
Yeah.
But in overtime, when it really starts to matter, he steps up in a huge way.
Dude, he was absolutely out of the game after the first half of regulation. 3 and 8. Since that point, second half onwards, he's gone 17 and 5. 4 kills in that round. The collapse in the man down. And Astralis have the lead into this second half. T-sides have been anything but perfect, but got to be believing now. If not, then never. Wonderful burning. He saw them over the top, but he just has to run. He can't stick around. Device trying to find an entry with his AWP and Stair, attempting to cross secret. It's the full pack here for Astralis. 4 out of 5, moving down. Stair looking to play through the smokes, though, yet again getting cheeky with it.
He was shut down a bunch doing this in regulation.
Not today.
But a way better result there, getting past Mikazi, making it in a garage, gets his position and the 5v4 for Astralis.
Ema's been a rock. He is only one man in this B-bomb site. Puts Hooksy down, falls back. Or feigns it at least. He wants the fight. He wants to take it on, but Magisk holds strong in the battle for 25 plus. As kills for Magisk in first place. Alexi backside holds strong. They're coming up the vent.
Gonna try and get past Alexi. Wonderful, might need to close in if he wants to lend a helping hand in time. For now, it's Alexi all alone and that wonderful trade. Oh, it's close. Follow up from the Device AWP. And so wonderful. 1 shot left in this AWP. It better be good. He's got an age-old duo to break apart. Device and Magisk side by side in this post plant. And you'd like to think all their bases covered. First fight he's going to have is on Magisk. There's the spot. Just falls shy, and now no ammo left in that AWP. Device bears down upon him. Astralis onto map point.
And that's another desperate, crazy Hooksy mid-round call where they fly up vent with low health, with no A control, and somehow they win it out. Perfect molly makes Alexi very uncomfortable. And somehow, despite the odds, Astralis squeeze out map point again. What a recovery for Device. Magisk kept them in it long enough. And how will Astralis attempt now to close this game? 2 chances to do so. First wall lands outside, but they're not waiting for a second. They're popping A. Oh, God.
Back's turned. 3 kills for jabbi on the entry. Mikazi trying to make up for it. Looking to wrestle back control. Stair puts him down, and this was the worst possible time to bring out the double AWP for NAVI. Both of them left in a retake over here at the top site. No util either to break apart these smokes that occupy all the choke points. There's a re-smoke, and Wonderful.
What do you do?
Doesn't have a way back in now. Bits even moved around to join him. It's 2 orbs through main to try and retake. And this should never come through. Astralis, no better chance than right now to close out Nuke. Wipe that sweat off the brow.
Guys,
time is gone.
Gotta go.
NAVI can't do it. The double orbs let them down in this retake. And Astralis pull up. Nuke stays true to the Danes. The map that Astralis have really looked to make their own. And the one they've always had over NAVI in this head-to-head comes through in their favor. There was some doubts, there was some worry. But with Device showing up in OT, Hooksy and Magisk really putting in the hours, they will pick up Nuke.
Often expect to see it on Hooksy's hands right towards B Apartments. Especially since Stan's departure. But I don't know, man. Maybe the Magisk anchor orb, maybe there's something there. We're live though, folks. Astralis NAVI map 2 here live in Chengdu, China. In the group stage, winner of this going on to face the Mongols and look for a playoff spot. Can Astralis bring anything new to the table in a map that has not done them many favors this year?
Oh, that's a really nice opening. Even a follow-up dink down range. And the B hits coming in the downtime. Only Magisk over here. That's because Hooksy was waiting around with flashes for mid. And it didn't do much. Wonderful still got out with his, and now just looks to stay alive and reposition. Knows he's done enough. Hooksy first to arrive, but the rest of his team low and wounded. Stair claws one back. Not a bad way for this to start. Damage done. Magisk with a follow-up. And this is a convincing shutdown of the NAVI pistol. It's Wonderful or it's nothing. 1v4 Clutch staring back at him. 2 kills already. He needs to complete it with the ace.
Oh, no.
On the road to do so. Jabbi will put him down. Started to get a little nerve-wracking there for Astralis. But they'll pick it up.
Yeah, fantastic.
And considering how out of position they were, and starting a man down with a lot of damage taken, they do well to secure that pistol.
Yeah, Magisk just able to come back up short side and clean out that close market player. That was the round win player, you feel like, for NAVI to stop Astralis from getting out market, but Ema's shot in the back. Astralis flood the site. Nice try for Wonderful. He will buy up an AK in the second.
I'll say this, even though the results for Astralis on this map have never really been there, I do think Magisk has really helped shore up the B side of the map. I feel like he gets great output here. So I think the big question for Astralis is going to be on Stair, and whether or not he's able to start strong. You're going to see him responsible for some of these mid-fights. We'll have, you know, support in place around him. But he was the one guy who didn't really recover on map 1.
Oh my, they don't know. Not for certain. Oh, that's disastrous. They haven't cleared the box and cover's coming in, but Hooksy does provide one more kill. Stair low health. And fortunately for Astralis, only Mikaze remains. For a moment, that looked devastating. They keep everyone up in middle, fighting together. Astralis throw themselves round the corner. And so while Magisk did get caught, the rest of Astralis don't let the round down. NAVI now, full eco, just some pistol upgrades. That was 2 AKs dropped over. Aggressive mid-round for Astralis. We'll see if they go back to it on an anti-eco as well. 2 starting in the window room. Leading off of this A site is Jabbi. Astralis very curious about middle indeed. Oh. Mikaze, knowing he's hit Stair, is going to move back in, but the flash is perfect. If he just shot there, he would have had the kill. But they come swinging in, and Astralis against pistols should have no problem. That nade Not enough, apparently. Wonderful hits his headshot.
How much more exciting does this get for NAVI? Couldn't get it done with the hero guns in the force buy prior. The pistols find this 4v4, but Device still in the window. Going to chance it all on a swing out into mid, and that deals with Wonderful.
And they know A's been open all round, so Astralis are not going to get caught off by Vid's position here. Found from the spawn. Conceding middle at the right time in the round to leave Alexi in an unwinnable 1v4. No need for Astralis to give up this advantage. Playing it by the books right now, Harry. 3-0 and NAVI coming into a full buy. Will they run away? They're going to run away. They're going to run away. They're going to make him die after time. No loss bonus here for Alexi, says jabbi, as he sprints for the hills. 2 seconds, one, and now Alexi, nothing. Just this Deagle, no Kevlar. $2 in the bank. He can't get a rifle. I love that. I absolutely love that. So much better than getting the kill. It's tilt factor, it's economy. Very smart little move there for Astralis. And if Alexi had the bomb, he could have prioritized plant. But instead, Tech9 and Armor in this first buy round. He gets battered by grenades. Whoa, careful, they're running amok. Alexi clothesline, but Ima set up for the trade there. Instead, has got to get out as they break the smoke, but he takes one more with him. 4-on-3, Astralis in this gun round, kicking up dust in Navi's face.
Nuke trying to just slip on forward. If he can get out with one here, stop Wonderful over on short. That would have been lovely. Instead, Wonderful finds the double entry, making this round happen.
Banger.
Putting NAVI back into a great spot. They had to go back and get the bomb. That wastes a bunch of time for NAVI. Bit still far away, only running in now, and Wonderful's been caught in the downtime.
There, beat that molly. He knew he had timing.
It now tries to embark on this clutch. Him going back to get the bomb threw off the idea of this round for Astralis. They think maybe he's getting tricky with it, and that has split the defense. But his bit goes aggressive, looking desperately for Stare. Don't think you're ready for this reposition all the way around on a short. Only angle he knows is clear is this market position. All picked up for Bit, goes looking, and Stare aggressive. A great start for Stare as he flies up the board. There was no prospect that this was going to come through from that previous map.
Said it was a requirement, right? He was the bottom performer back on Nuke. He was having an absolute mare, but well handled there. Boxes in Bit, doesn't try and hunt the kill. Waits for his teammate to come in and just sitting in Edward. Knowing Bit can only play market or backside. Kill comes to him. Patience pays off, and Astralis 4-0 lead. Alexi still paying the taxes of that eco round onto a Galil. And NAVI need to get on this board ASAP. It's Ima solo mid 4A. Classic NAVI start as they look for an execute. With Device on this angle, they know mid is not corrupted. There's no top mid smoke. There's nothing to worry about. That sends forces back to this A site. Stare here in time.
Nade on ramp finds good damage just to soften up Makazi. And Stare gonna play through on that smoke break. Wonderful, eyes on. Support here, jabbi gets out with a double. Can't make it any more than that, but he's done enough. 2 from the anchor, it's a good hold. Huxi makes it around a CT very early on as well. Don't know if they'll be ready for that. Instead, it looks like they want to try and pressure Device a little over here towards jungle. Starting to stall out for NAVI. They have to think about getting this bomb planted because these smokes are up, but they'll be fading soon. They look for Device. They can't find him. With Alexi removed, Device plays it forward, trapped in this corner. Magis comes in as support. Wonderful's been fantastic to open up this game, but won't find a thing there. It all comes up in favor of Astralis.
Oh no, this is Astralis when they start strong. We saw them with a slow start. They still weren't out the map. If they're kicking up like this, if everyone's firing, Device hitting Tech-9 drive-bys, NAVI are going to be in a world of hurt. This is a 5-0 lead on a map that's done Astralis no favors on NAVI's go-to. And Device is just styling with the sidearm. Jumping around, having a ball. Sick double for jabbi. Nothing to complain about right now for Astralis. Oh, what? He hit that? He hit that flick. Or did he just kill the top mid player by accident? I don't even know who he got. Stair help down in con. B-pop with pistols gone. Fits in, but they don't know. Backside behind him. There's Magis just creeping in to make sure this can't get out of control. You can get your kills, wonderful, but you don't know there's a man at the bench waiting all along. 6-0 start. The B-rush shut down. Device and Stair set middle ablaze.
And right now, it's only one man switched on for NAVI. Wonderful is double his entire team's kill count combined.
Oof.
He's the only guy finding anything. Mikazi 0-6, Ema 1-6, Bit 1-6, and Alexi 2-5. Slow start across the board for everyone but Wonderful. For Astralis, we noted a couple of conditions that had to come up here. Stair had to be commanding on mid, and he's lived up to that right now. jabbi's been good in the A-holds. That was really the only other vulnerability you could have looked towards. Device, who started the series off slow, went on to recover in a big way back on Nuke, and he's carried that energy forward here onto Mirage. And keeping them guessing as to where that orb's going to face them next. All right, Magisk, we see you making an aggro move.
All the way up top. Wonderful throwing nades, careful. Magisk eats that flash, doesn't fire a bullet. Alexi still wins that fight, 1 health. Nowhere to go, and the flash reveals there's more in store for Stair. He's got cover from Device Orb. Hooksy even taking liberties of his own. Might just walk through this smoke.
You see Magisk aggressive like that out through mid. Might direct you back around into Hooksy up here in the apartments.
Ema thinks so.
Just not ready for that, right? The push on his own smoke gives Hooksy the element of surprise in that fight. And so if you did want this to NB, well, now you've lost the ground to do so. It's back in the mid for NAVI.
Oh, really good call. Device, yeah, sure. He misses the timing on the contact. He could have had a free kill there, but this is just to be safe. He's going to block connector, fall back, not overcommit for middle. 4v3. The onus is on NAVI to make a move, and as long as we got Hooksy jump spotting a B, there's your early warning system. Device can still use his utility, get a better position for this B hit. NAVI, this is not an easy road right now. With mid covered by Stair, Device is in the right place.
You're really hoping the Device had rotated away, but I think they would have heard that scope from short, so they know they're going into a 2-man hold. They make it past the Device AWP. But Hooksy hanging out back at the site, still good for his 1. It's left to jabbi and Stair. Both have looked convincing to open up Mirage.
No.
Flash hits him, and Mikazi closes the distance. Stair dead, and finally NAVI break through.
It's awkward, really, because Hooksy turns from those flashes, which is what gets Device killed. Yes, Device misses a shot as well, but Hooksy turning lets a player scale in, which his position is meant to stop. So, yeah, NAVI play off their util really nicely, but you needed more than one kill in that B hold from 2 players of Astralis. Needed either Device to hit his shot or Hooksy to get 2 from it, but NAVI It's one way to get on the board in a 3-on-4 when Astralis have the read and the setup. So there's still time to find redemption in this T side for NAVI. But it has to start right now. Little do they know.
Haven't even seen aggression like this for Astralis. They're about to uncover the bomb.
Oh God, Mikaze, I'm sorry.
Could get sandwiched here, and they know the ramp's been open, but the quick switch onto the knife goes for speed, and that ends up betraying him. Onus going to be on Bit to come back and maybe lend a helping hand. Wonderful answers for the first, but they've lost track of jabbi. That's a huge pickup for IEM.
Really committed there for Astralis. They didn't need to full send for that control, but could have just played headshot angles on the bomb. And now it's all just unraveling. Hooksie's a dead man walking, trying to escape, not allowed. IEM takes a space back. Device, or Magisk rather, announces his presence, so he'll slow it down. 3v2. They know both positions. Just go together.
Don't discount Magisk in these B holds, man. Over towards bench, he's going to find another. And this advantage for NAVI is whittled away. They make it in. A big clear from Bit. Device last spotted over at connector. Quick reroute around into market.
Saw him.
Going to start to close the distance. Moves in with the AWP. 10 seconds. Just his presence here denies that bomb plant for the time being. And Device with a convincing first. Just wonderful left to beat in this head-to-head, and the AWP comes to him.
Nice.
Wonderful. Plays it forward. And that good form keeps up onto the big green for Wonderful.
I mean, you see the experience for Device for a moment. I can't believe he reads top truck. The reposition is really nice, but he's ahead of it. It's Wonderful, has to hunt him down, gives him a footstep, but Device isn't quick enough to stop it. Big round for Wonderful, containing the bomb, denying that control for Astralis, who push all the way, and then clutching up to give NAVI their necessary second. And now, sure, slow start, but the opportunity opens to still draw the half. They can break Astralis' money in this round.
It's clear the NAVI players, the individuals, are aware of their slow start. You can tell by just how much more room Wonderful is getting to work with in this game. Still sitting with, same amount of kills as his whole team combined. And so they're letting him, be an initiator. They're putting him in positions to succeed. Not having to be the guy fiddling around with util. Letting him do a lot more in this map. Astralis have fully vacated A.
Gonna look to crunch middle perhaps late in the round, but NAVI is still gonna go despite that Palace smoke. They got 3 on the ramp, 4th coming in. Good grenade.
Big damage, and jabbi even playing through the bench smoke, able to just siphon one and get out of there.
It's nice.
Oh, commits to the spray and gives up that 5v4. I saw back here at the spawn. Strikes. Nice. But a trade back from Bit, who's been instrumental in keeping this even for NAVI.
Strong positions.
Onto the retake. Wonderful AWP and a post plant. Will be tricky to deal with. Well, so you'd think with the form he's showing to open up on Mirage. Trying to sneak in his stare, but that's a lineup. Bit on for the ace. 4 kills deep. It's been Bit's round. Finally removed. The Magisk just doesn't have the position, the time, the resources to make this clutch happen.
And that's how you open up a game right there, NAVI. 3 rounds in a row, some clutches to boot, some difficult rounds, some disadvantages won, but now they've broken Astralis' money, and there's only this M4 saved. Astralis, it's now just about getting 1 or 2 more rounds down the stretch to try and break the momentum that NAVI will be building in this T side. Magisk manages to save Device's AWP. But that is it. Just going to see Pistols otherwise trying to keep 2K alive for the next buy. So Wonderful. Hey, he bought enough time for NAVI to do something. We're even feeling the impact of that clutch now. as Astralis call attack. Try and stop this comeback.
These rounds can still get a little interesting. Device usually elects to be more of a safe pair of hands than a playmaker. But in these type of rounds, he's not really given a choice. Right, donning the hero orb, saved forward by Magisk. You're going to look to employ some gimmicks to try and get that orb put to work. And so here we are, an example of it. A fight straight away down through ramp as Device goes searching for an opening.
Oh, cannon fodder. Triple entry, round done. Doesn't get more simple than that, NAVI. Waltz on in.
Magisk isn't sure if he'll be able to get the orb this time. You're never thrilled about holding onto an MP9, but it probably is just his best option. See if they come hunting. See if you can get away with anything on the exit.
Yeah, just try and get an upgrade last second where they can't chase you down. But it was a matter of time. 5 alive for NAVI. All the makings of a recovered half.
Yeah, this next round really does decide just how, proud you feel. A chance to break Astralis' money again, and then it's as good as a split half, 6-6, almost guaranteed for NAVI. Promising signs coming out a bit as well, right? Had that one round where he kind of gets activated, and he's gone on strength to strength from that point. A 4K in the one prior, shooting up the board, and so Wonderful finally has support from Bit. This is the round that decides just how convincing the recovery from NAVI is.
The walk through the smoke. He's going for it. Easy kills. And they're out deep in A as well. I mean, there's no recovering this. Just getting slapped. HooXi's already saving 5v1 in seconds. NAVI not only contact walk all the way through A, getting to stairs before they see a player, but of course Ema walks the under smoke and finds multiple kills. They know where HooXi is.
That round feels particularly brutal. Like, you went all in on mid. There were gaps everywhere, right? The only place there was no gap was that B site. Other than that, A was empty. Mid, the area that they played heavy towards, ended up still having a gap in that lower push from Ema. And that's not a play that you can really overlook either.
No, it's his bread and butter.
Yeah.
And he's feeling better round to round. Bit as well, who's risen back up the scoreboard with his multi-kill on the A site. I mean, great resilience for NAVI, because it would have been very easy to be down and out. Map down, 6-0 down on what is meant to be your best map to get in your head, but NAVI have remained strong and looking to find 6 of their own down the stretch, sweetening the deal. And they're just winning everything, even the kills they're not supposed to.
Oh.
See ya. Lexi's getting involved. This is an MP9 in CT spawn.
And a chance to plant for Wonderful out on Catwalk, who's just there to kind of serve as the safeguard on this round. Might not even be needed as Alexi and Bit go on and close up all the kills, and that is one hell of a recovery. From 0-6 down, NAVI tie us up on their pick of Mirage.
about a recovery. NAVI in the hole, 6-0 down on Mirage T side. They pull it back and level out the playing field, looking to make this a 3-mapper and looking to lock in a battle against the Mongols, a familiar and favorable matchup. Astralis have slowed their roll. They've got to pick it up and put it to bed, or this will be done on Inferno. Our deciding map in this series in our first day in Chengdu, China.
Yeah, Astralis, it's going to feel like a huge missed opportunity from that 6-0 start. CT side, where they do their best work here on Mirage, a map that they've struggled on. 3-loss streak. T-side pistol would be a really nice way to bring yourselves into this second half and stop this drought of rounds that they've been going through.
No.
Oopsie, unable to deal with them there.
He ran away. During the reload, that was a free kill. Bomb still makes it in, but you can't plant. Surely can't plant. They can run you down right now, and Magisk is trapped. Trying to reposition, but Makazi buying his time. Spotted now. And they just flood the site. NAVI know that they're uncomfortable. They want to keep the pressure on, and they'll do exactly that. 11 health on jabbi 1v2. Needs to be quick, needs to be clinical. They run at him, and NAVI keep up the streak. Disaster class from Astralis. They have every reason to win that round.
Yeah, the early scrap looks so promising. You feel like that missed trade chance from Hooksy had big implications. You're eased into a 3-on-2 there, have a chance to just go and play around the site. Makazi wouldn't have felt like as big a threat back in Connector. You would have had a man marking him. You could have kept an eye on CT, would have gotten away with a bomb plant. Instead, you're left with nothing. And NAVI move on to 7 in a row.
How far will it go?
That's the question you start asking yourself now, right? With how convincing this turnaround has felt, just how deep can they take this streak?
Ooh. It's only this one Deagle though, so no hope here. I do love the Chinese radio commands.
Yeah, they do sound good.
Yeah. Well, it's anything but a perfect world for Astralis right now. 8 rounds in a row against them. Need to lock in. First full buy on this T side. We still got bonus here for NAVI. Little underplay here for Wonderful. They tried to molly him. But either way, it's just a B hit.
All right, Alexi will need a helping hand. Makazi good for 1. Alexi now fighting on his lonesome, hoping that Bit can make it around in time, or Ema rather barrels out through the market, but not to good results. They all get shut down in seconds. It's all right, it's simple, it's stripped back, but it works for Astralis.
Annoying hold. We had similar one for Astralis CT side where you feel like you do a lot of damage, but just can't convert any kills. Only Hooksy dead. First guy jumping out. And Astralis just find a flurry of entries. And Bits will save an M4 at the end, but it's Astralis breaking that streak, Harry. The streak was 8. There's the limit. It's not the end of the world for NAVI, who were just on their bonus round, but even the orb here is glass. This one weighs heavy on NAVI.
Good catch for Stare out here in mid. Astralis do want to have a good T-side. He's going to be required to provide. Saw him look good over towards mid in that first half. And here versus follow through on the buy for NAVI. Astralis are off to a great start. 5 versus 3 and a chance to break NAVI's money. Solid trade on Bit. Alexi's been spotted. How long can he stay alive? Run down after the first. Wonderful just left looking on as this round will pass him by.
I love that round for Astralis. It's so decisive. As soon as Device gets that kill up cat, I mean, he's nade in hand, he just jumps off. They know the plan. It's this A split, just trying to force the entry from Connector. And Device, you know, he's going on a mission to his own death, right? He's just running out Connector, throwing a molly in jungle, knows he's dead, but the trade is forced. Jabbi swings through Palace, gets his on default. No one from NAVI is able to get a multi-kill. Good spacing for Astralis, good pacing. Now, even game with only the AWP saved. Wonderful can get some Kevlar, I guess, but we're looking at a pretty low buy here for NAVI. Astralis suddenly back in a very reassuring position despite the 8-round streak from NAVI. I feel like the calls are working. They're trusting in them. B hit in the first buy round is pretty audacious, and then just this quick A split. Right now, Huxi sending them in the right place. Can that keep up? They execute into 3 USPs. So it looks like it should all be fine. Oh.
Bit of a wild dink.
Yeah. Nade is good though.
Into the stack.
Oh my.
Bit with 1 on the USP. Wonderful all. Might get shut out. No, that's
Magis.
really ugly from Magis.
Uncall.
The rest of his team there to withstand it, and Wonderful will be forced to save again.
It's a shame because you would have loved to just take that AWP away, but maybe you still can.
Something I'll say as well, since the removal of Stare and addition of Magis, the T-side numbers have crept up a little for Astralis here on Mirage. Not quite as heavily CT favored as it was in the old Stown lineup. You know, within that, there's been obviously position changes for others. Seen Stare end up in more impactful positions. Feel like he often has a good run of things going about this lower tunnels control. Certainly could give Emer a run for his money, who didn't really do a lot in that first half.
Not until the end. I mean, it didn't feel too late by any means, and it still isn't, but RV need to get back in the game. Timeout from Blade. Astralis have called their way to a victory. 3 rounds in a row. It's not been a map like Nuke where it's necessarily been, you know, a couple of players just carrying through with really impactful rounds. It's been a team game here for Astralis. Playing tight, playing fast. So an integral gun round now. Warp on short, Alexi blocking B, and 3 just shuffling around at this A side. Execute comes in.
Oh, flash is really good, but no one peeks on the back of it, so Stare unpunished. And if he now goes on to get this opening, that would have felt like a huge missed opportunity for NAVI. Instead, it's a convincing shutdown. Ugly pathing for Astralis as they all really home in on that under Palace player, allowing the rest of NAVI to pick him apart.
Yeah, NAVI got a second player behind triple just before the exec came in, so really important to cover as players are climbing balcony and, like you said, trying to flash out player under. Really nice smoke close Tetris as well. You sometimes see T's throw it to lurk out ramp, but when you've got 3 T's coming through ramp and you're getting blocked like that, it's really annoying. So NAVI stopped the A attack with a strong setup. And now look to excel. Wonderful Zorb hits hard, finds device. Maybe some more here in the Palace as well. Magisk waiting to play. Stairs hit nice timing here, but he's been spotted on that smoke break from the short side. Hooksy with the orb only lasts a second. And no more for Astralis in this round. NAVI back to their winning ways. Wonderful, just a fantastic game.
Yeah, it has been from start to finish. First 6 rounds is the only guy showing up to play, but it's not like as everyone else came alive, he's quieting down by any margin.
When he's had the orb, he's had the impact. This is all Astralis have in this Deagle armor. And NAVI are not interested.
No worries in this round. It's about farming the ecos, keeping it clean, 5 alive, NAVI, pole position, and a chance to just make a break for the finish line here and now. Timeout called in for Astralis, as this might be their last proper chance to compete. An interesting purchase out of Device. A gun that you don't see a lot, and one that thankfully we haven't seen in a while.
Okay, I want to watch this if we can have a look at his POV, because the Krieg is definitely out of fashion. But you know, it used to be like, oh, when you couldn't buy the orb, even post-nerf, sometimes you buy the Krieg, but I haven't seen this gun in a good 18 months.
Does this solidify the Unk status for Device?
Oh, interesting argument.
Or will it work wonders and he starts a whole new thing?
Well, it wouldn't be new, it'd just be kind of a repeat. It'd be season 2.
Yeah.
And it's not that good anymore, man. It really ain't that good. Org still got it. Krieg.
The remakes do often struggle to live up to the original.
That's true. Okay, we're using it like an orb.
Don't even have a skin for it.
Well, oh, I thought they were going to go for it there. That could have been fun. Oh, we'll check back in with it. It's a last-ditch attempt, it seems, because Astralis have hit the wall 3 rounds in a row for NAVI. After 3 nice execute rounds for Astralis prior to that. They look to take middle with 4. Device lagging behind, hoping someone dies so he can take an AK. I like the way he's using it. But it's when you're trying to be mobile, that's when it can be a bit rough. And right now, NAVI is just giving them nothing. You can have middle, 50 seconds. NAVI are running drive util, no more blocks but this Molotov.
Same can be said for Astralis. They've expended almost everything and taken this mid-control Device, the only guy with anything left.
Oh, Jabbi just jumped in the window. Well, he's got to play. Someone's got to give. Nice kill for Steph. Get it. We don't even know about it. Device coming up, looking to cover. He's got the bomb. Needs this trade here perhaps, but Wonderful just misses the shot, and we will never know what Device has got with this Krieg.
If he doesn't take the AWP and he keeps the Krieg, he's either lost his mind
or he's condemning someone else. Oh, let's go.
Looked really sick for that one.
He's so back, but he does swap off, so. Situational, I like it. Yeah, don't get ninjured.
Do you get tilted dying to a Krieg?
Probably. It's an eye roller.
At bare minimum, you're a bit like, oh, really?
Yeah, this day and age.
Really? You bought that out?
It's not the auto sniper. That's the tilter. No one likes dying to that. All right, 5 alive round out of nowhere. I was ready to call it quits and take us to the third.
Calm down, Carrigan, all right? Put the scoped guns away.
He's laughing it off. All right, yeah, give me the AWP, though. Out of nowhere, a clean round here for Astralis. Despite a couple of mistakes. I love how jabbi jumps in the window, but Stair takes the L and has to fight. Still gets away with the kill. And beautiful highlight here. Tapping out.
Well, I do think Stair being the guy now responsible for these mid-lurks is why we've seen a slight creep up in the T sides for Astralis. He actually seems very well equipped in these games to do it. And, you know, we kind of remember, like, the old Stout moments, some of these, like, games where he would just never get going on these lower tunnels plays or trying to look for mid-control. I feel like Stair is always a force to be reckoned with here. And NAVI know that. He's topping the charts.
Yeah, there's no breaking this money, though, for Astralis, right? As in, they can't break NAVI's money anytime soon.
It's a grind. It's a grind in this game.
Looking to win it out in regulation. They need 3 rounds. NAVI surely got more tricks up the sleeve. Nade under, but Makazi just got out of dodge. Back to connector, go NAVI. They really are laying their claim over middle right now. Bit with an off angle for lower, covering Makazi's top mid push. How do Astralis sink this?
Way out in a mid, jabbi gets away with the first, but nothing else for Astralis. This lurk of Magistrate Palace is gone, and so it's got to be Device. Off the AWP and onto the rifle, goes looking for a path out through the connector, but with this crossfire between IMA and Bit, this will not be easy. Even if he deals with the first man, IMA was always there waiting in the wings to keep it safe for NAVI.
Sick double from Bit, man. He does dodge the flash, which lets his teammate in mid, Makazi, die, but swings back in, gets a double kill, still gets out to play the crossfire. Nice game from Bit right now, catching up with Wonderful by the end of it. And it maybe was just a flash in the pan on this T side. Oh, no leaking strats, guys. Mastermind at work.
Okay. Every time Rugger calls pause, Device buys Krieg.
Noticing. What does this mean? It's got a 100% win rate right now with it.
Let's see if that keeps up. It's going to have to. If Astralis want to stay alive on Mirage. Oh, big chance to have caught Wonderful on the mid drop, but Ima's got the cover. And that's just going to leave them to piling out through ramp. It's an all-in commitment already to this play.
Nice
Nade on the smoke, jabbi dead. Hooksy with a follow-up. Device's Krieg might have to do a hell of a lot here in a 2-on-4. It's him and Hooksy. NAVI looking to stop them here and now. Krieg fires off, Krieg's dead. NAVI lock in Mirage. Strong stuff from Wonderful here, right? The guy that was firing on all cylinders to open up. kept Na'Vi in this long enough for Mikaze, Ema, and Bit to get activated, and now this series, as is often the case between Na'Vi and Astralis, goes the distance. Inferno as our third and final map. BPL, the blemishes on their record running deep, unable to win this map even once across that event, but recently in Bucharest having a bit of an uptick. It's uncertain here on map 3, but Inferno is where we do battle, and Astralis start things off on the CT side. Na'Vi with the T side start.
Yeah, you mentioned a provably good matchup waiting for Na'Vi. If they win, well, they've got to take a provably bad matchup first. Can they finish what they started on Mirage? Late to the party, but not too late in this group stage. Astralis, instant smokes from spawn down banana. Na'Vi disrespected completely. There's a lot of util in play here. Molly, nade, flash, everything lands, but it's Na'Vi with the opening kill. Jabbi's able to fall back in time and Stare survives, so Na'Vi cancel that plan, or at least put it on pause. Oh, Jabbi's committed here. What a shot, even on the low player. Unnecessarily easy. Jabbi gets a final bullet kill, and no way he can go on and drop the bomb. That's all the util gone. Jabbi putting on his best round yet of the series, looking for all 5 as he fights Ema. Chooses to give it up. Would rather win the round than take the glory. Another clutch is on.
Just isn't overstepping though. Never ran the risk of getting too deep down through mid, just taking a safe angle to play for the info. Ema really hoping that Magisk fumbles here and gives the kill away. And that isn't happening. Magisk actually backing off, playing this very safe indeed. Huxi beginning a rotate, and so that's going to leave B in the capable hands of Jabbi. 4 kills deep in the pistol. Meaning Ema goes in to the stack.
The pit is so hard to get past. He got the info though. It's one-way info with a chance in the air, but cratering. Ema needs that kill quickly, and Huxi comes in to clean up shop. Astralis with the pistol round, thanks to a miraculous round out of Jabbi.
Let's go!
Sharp shots, and Glock whiffs. More so from Alexi than anyone. Didn't even have a chance.
Yeah, you see it on their faces. You just stun locked at the end of that round. You had your chance to deal with Jabbi here. He had enough time to put a fresh mag in and still clean up Alexi. You feel like you missed the trick there if you're Na'Vi. And that's going to get you off to a slow start.
Liking that Astralis just throw this bottom banana smoke from one of their A players every round. Means they have 2 more smokes for B. And of course, with more manpower on A, they can concede middle. Also means though B players, they don't have to start 3 stronger. They can just have Molly nade coming in. And still have that bottom banana smoke. Good shot. But still, it's only pistols here for Na'Vi, not even Kevlar behind it. Oh no, Stare fire too soon. He hears him running halfway through the smoke and he dies with nothing. Run boost, go on, give it a go. Over the Molotov, into the site, and they try and fight together, only Bit peeks open. Astralis still can clean this one up, but Deagles can be deadly in the right hands. Are these the right hands? Not today. Huxi and Magisk hold strong, and Ema should be gone. He is. So a bit of an awkward one for Stare. He looked flummoxed in that banana fight. Fired just a second too soon. But saved by the bell. Yeah, I feel you, bro. painting an outline. This time, half banana smoke for Astralis. NAVI just try and put out a molly with theirs. I mean, there's a big wall of smokes you got to get through first. And this time, 3 players, including the AWP.
Yeah, Mikaze can't really play through here. Seemed determined to go and fight for the space, but Util blocks him.
They're really trying to bait for that AWP, making a lot of noise, spamming, reloading, jumping.
It's still quite the dedication. 3 players over towards B, all for that 1 kill, and NAVI start to realize they're very committed to this banana fight, so trying to pick up the pace in for the A play. They lose Alexi in the process, out on long. And so now a 3v5 with damage done onto Wonderful as well. This won't be easy to say the least. You got a hard crossfire to get through here between Magisk and Jabbi. Stair even ready to spring to life. IEM will get rid of him.
Smoke gives options. They could cross in through it, but they're going to go fight Pit instead. Isolate that player on his own. Jabbi, low health, nowhere to go. That bomb waits for him to push through, and that's exactly what he gets. Wonderful. Can he chuck that bomb across? It might be his best move right now. Rather than die in this position, they go fighting together, but ugly shots. Wonderful bails him out. His teammate was looking at the floor.
Bomb still dropped out here on short. They had to swing to get it back, and Device never peaked. Gonna start to close in now. Back turned for Bit.
Oh dear.
Don't know what's gone on there, but that's given Device a hefty chance in this 1v2. Has IEM trapped in this corner somewhere, looking for him, and Device holds his nerve. Never moved a muscle. Knew that eventually that fight would come to him.
Patience is perfection for Device. Lets the mistake get made. Doesn't need to force it. And an awkward one for NAVI, a bit of an overcook. I would have loved Wonderful just throwing this bomb in. I think it would have been a lot safer. His teammate tries to come with him, but they both die. IEM has nowhere to go. I mean, he has to peek at that position. He can't just sit there and let Device scale. A big shot in the back, checking long, a misread of the situation. Right now, a bit of a disastrous start for NAVI if we look at how these rounds have gone down.
Plus, you really don't want Device to start off good. I mean, think about some of the Device highlights over the years we've had on Inferno. You know, this is already a clutch to his name.
Just such a great map for an AWPer like him, because he can just, you know, you can, once you have Banana, you can leave him and you can 4-1, and you are not worried about him playing it perfectly, right? Dropping the right util, knowing which shots to take, still getting multiple fires off, but not just dying for free. And even if you put him on short side, right? We've seen so many
some
highlights.
of the most electric Device moments have been found from, you know, over towards the default boxes, nailing players as they try and spill out apps and short.
It's just nice small choke points for Device to just sit there with the AWP, and I think you can't really get better for him than CT side Inferno. Looking right down the barrel. Didn't save the AWP though. I guess he dropped it too far away last round. He gives him just the AK. Pit player.
You're a real one like that.
Yeah.
That's the last smoke over here towards B. There's no more util dropped for Stair, but it looks like it's served its purpose. It's repelled the B play. Because there's no more util, that's why Hooksie's kind of beginning this lean back. He's even bringing a friend with him.
I mean, 2's a party, 3's a crowd.
Oh, awkward on the first spray. Gonna struggle to make up for it is Jabbi. How about Magisk? Just gets out with 1, leaves him in a 3-on-3. Device makes his way over in time, gets here ahead of any util, and catches 1 on the cross in. And now he just stays tucked. He knows he's done enough, giving his teammates an advantage here in the retake. Hooksy fast up through short, keeping pressure on. Swing out from Bout, bit dead after the first. And so Wonderful thrust into the clutch here. Here's Hooksy, deals with him cleanly, and now just has Stare left to beat. Gonna fall shy of the clutch.
Nice try. Really nice try for Wonderful. 3 kills deep into the 1v2 as well. I love how Device plays that, right? Because 2 players on A hold their own. Device looking like he wants to challenge the short push, but just realizes multiple rifles are going to peek me. I'm going to get traded at best case. And so he tucks in, he lets Makazi go to clear the back of the site, and this kill, that's one he can just pick off alone, wait for his team, able to set Stare up for a trade.
It's an interesting start to this game because NAVI have been making the rounds close, right? That's back-to-back clutches for Astralis. They're still going for investments. Put money into the last, put money into this one. You certainly feel some limitations as a result of this, but you know you're just a round away from destroying Astralis' money.
I just need one more round win.
What you just can't afford to have happen at this point in the game is for Astralis to come through with a clean round either, right? Like,
yeah,
if they suddenly get out of this one, it's like, well, you've taken all the risks for absolutely none of the reward. As long as you're keeping them close, you know you're not far away from starting your streak of rounds.
Good trade. On the bright side, I mean, these rounds, these buys for NAVI have been off the back of bomb plants, so they've at least had rifles. Had more to play with. They've got the util here. They need to make it worth its while. Smoked off in mid. And smoked off at B.
You're seeing some of the limitations here, right? Hooksy really wants to get his hands back on this smoke. Goes to get it and will be able to survive. That boost won't find him.
Every little counts on this map. 40 seconds. That smoke can be the difference between a won and a lost round. So he's going to concede. And he's even gonna hold it for a few more seconds. Extract maximum value. Jabbi should definitely rotate out right now. Having that smoke and a molly on B means Jabbi doesn't need to be here, but he's being baited by the fake. Only 2 on A right now. There's a chance for NAVI.
Magisk and Device. Years of synergy. Let's see how they fare. Device spotted first. You might think that's Magisk, but now you got his name in the kill feed, and so it's a nice, easy check for Bit as he barrels out of the apartments. Hooksy left high and dry on the other end of the map, and so NAVI, they finally get that breakthrough round they were looking for. And the money for Astralis is in tatters with the last 2 rounds coming down to clutch scenarios for Stare and Device.
Yeah, I wonder if Magisk would have been full swinging in the pit there, right? They didn't have any util to get rid of him, really, so kind of gave them the way in. They decided to smoke him out instead, but a few more seconds of patience would have paid off with his teammate on balcony.
Yeah, you feel like the first swing justified, fair, right? At least take the attention away from Magisk as well.
Once you're spotted, I mean, you are scared of getting naded or wallbanged or, you know, mollied, but they didn't have anything of the sort. So, in retrospect, hiding would have set your teammate up. So NAVI do break through, Harry, and that's what you're talking about, just winning that 1 round.
You kind of have to force here if you're Astralis.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And at least you're going to have a second rifle if you want one. Device can provide that. But it really isn't a hell of a lot. B-hold has at least felt pretty good for Astralis at the first turn of this game. You can kind of see that even reflected in the scoreboard.
Instead of buying a gun, he's bought a rifle. He's bought an MP9, so he's saving for the AWP in their next full buy.
Kazi 0-5 to open up. That's indicative of a strong banana hold, and that's exactly what Astralis have been going for.
Yeah, using that smoke every round from T-spawn, CT spawn to block, and then having nade molly and sometimes even 3 players here. This is the weakest B hold yet. They put the 1 rifle on the B bomb site. Hooksy, he has the belt, but they're coming through that smoke right now. Seconds bought, but careful Hooksy, they are ahead of that util. Full commit with the HE, gets 1, but Is that really worth it? The rifle irretrievable, the round opened up.
Smoke in.
Oh, yeah.
Final bullet for Alexi connects. And I mean, that's the red carpet rolled out.
Can't believe he just crosses before the smoke blooms. I mean, he gives it to them. He actually bought enough time with the smoke. They weren't going to go through it. But then they see him, they just take the spray. This actually wouldn't have been that easy for NAVI, but Stairs allowed them in. And no one's stopping this. NAVI contact through. Feels like a wasted opportunity. Hooksy getting caught by players through the banana util. And Stair playing a second too soon.
You're going to be exiting through banana, so you're going to be going into these two FP9s. The flash is great. And it tees up IEM for the close. No chance at exits for Astralis, and nothing saved. And so now you are reaping the reward of those early rounds. A chance to go on a streak. This is what Alexi was looking for throughout the first 4 rounds of play. So very, very quickly, this is going to be a 1-round game.
Ooh. Classic Astralis stack, huh? It's been years. Can't believe it. Will NAVI disrupt the tower? Will it come crumbling down? Go on, peek it. One more step. One more step. Oh, everyone's blind. And they can just cancel at this point. Alexi dies with the MAC-10. Well worth it for the information. Wonderful, not fearful of USPs, though. Puts it to rest. Device is Deagle against the world. Tagged. Tag. Ooh, this is looking interesting, but no kills, just damage. And NAVI woken up now in this final map. They've been slow to start across this series. And start they shall.
Nice slow start here. Once again, not looking for that banana fight. Instead, focusing a lot of their attention on this top mid control. And only going back to banana later in the round, where they don't have to worry about all that util that was bullying Makazi in the earlier stages of this first half. It looks like Astralis do want to try and fight for this a little more.
Say, hey, give it, we'll take it. Makazi's still yet to get a kill. Looking for some support this time. Perfect. On the board, 2 for 1. That should just send you in. Don't kiss a gift horse on the mouth, Harry.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Oh, dear. Horse got hands.
It's all unconfirmed damage. That's the frustrating part.
They might just save as soon as that bomb goes down. 4v3. No idea. No resmoke though. But no, they've already called it off. Little do they know.
And even though Inferno is, you know, a T-sided map, really the only one that we have worth mentioning, it's not always felt that way for Astralis. They do have some T-side woes here. And oftentimes, even though we say that the results have been pretty rough for them, it's their CT campaigns where they've looked to do their best work. Whether it's, you know, win percent, round distribution, however you want to quantify it, it's almost like an inverted version of NAVI's, who are more typical in that they find their success on T-halves. Certainly some doubts around Hooksy on these T-sides. Then have to look much further than their Nuke and those games back at EPL to feel that.
There are moments of brilliance. There are definitely really well-called rounds, but there are also moments where you feel like Astralis look a little lost. But I also feel like there are plenty of times where the individuals just let them down, and where I feel like you can't pull yourself out of a game if your players aren't performing. And we've seen throughout every iteration of Astralis in the last 5 years, players disappear in massive ways, multiple players at the same time. And yeah, to a degree, leadership is a factor, but I also think these guys have not always been the most consistent.
Nuke was nearly a textbook example of that, right? Like, think about how often they had stacks in the right places, but then were just kind of fumbled around. Nice little re-aggro flash in towards top banana.
Kazi's lucky to get one, I'll say that. Not even aiming it. Okay, are they going to win it? Only one man here.
Just down here in the pit. They know that that's where they usually find him, and so Bit is just like a laser.
Bitferno, it's back, baby. We were waiting. Beams him. Oh, perfect molly, and they might just have to fall back. Trying to play behind it, jabbi, but this one's not happening. There's no kids.
You can see a guy.
Wait. Oh!
Oh, no!
Could have been two. Will instead be one, and Stare has got to be quick to the back of the site. He's found the kill. No way they win that round. No way on
You
earth.
thought jabbi had fumbled that so hard, but Stare delivers in the 1v2. Absolutely no business picking that one up, Astralis.
Oh, the peek at apps, and just easy catch for Stare. What a read. That is... Oh, Blade. Blade's not happy. There's no way Blade's happy after that.
No, you're right. The instant timeout.
There it is. Dude,
he is seething. He knows that they should never be giving that one away.
2v4?
Alexi can't believe it. Head in his hands as soon as he gives up the kill, because he knows that when he falls, that round is suddenly winnable for Stare.
Yeah, 2v3 in the post plan.
And I mean, the whole team's getting a good talking to. Looked like Makazi is always having some words from Blade. Probably wanting him to step up over towards Banana, because, dude, thus far, all the success on this map has had to come from Bit out in the apartments. And it's making Navi feel like a bit of a one-trick horse. He should never kiss on the mouth.
Yeah, you don't know what he's been doing with those tricks. Oh, the Astralis win a round they should never. Right down the center of the game as well.
I mean, yeah, you hope a clutch like that re-energizes you if you're Astralis.
Yeah, I mean, they've been shouting, they've been hollering on a lot of these round wins all night. It's a big entry. Alexi shows Makazi how it's done.
All right, but that's good info.
Who pays the price.
Right, you learn about the AWP here. You've seen that you dealt with Stare. You're going to pick up the pace and look for this A play. jabbi with the jiggle gets the spot at least. Magisk has been getting wrecked by Bit down here in the pit. So he's going to look to play into this through the apartment smoke a little later.
Good luck.
Out he comes, and there's Bit again with Magisk's number.
Surprised he gets one. I mean, just the spacing has been so good on these executes for NAVI, right? That's why it's so shocking they lose that last round. They're getting clean 3v2s in this A site. Like you said, the spot of the AWP, the speed up. And the weak A bomb site is again overwhelmed, but finally, Astralis will save. And so NAVI do not get punished, although I'm sure they'll be very cautious in this moment.
I think Blade is going to be chuffed with Mikazi in that round there, right? Sure, he dies over towards top banana. He dies trying to gain the space. But info found at least. And it gives rise to the call that goes on to win them the round.
Yeah, the call is, you missed dead. The call is good, definitely.
R.I.P. Ima. One of the good ones, but gone now.
Someone had to die. The realization when you get an entry like that, 1-4 on a B, even if there is an AWP, there's going to be another rotation. So there's going to be a weak A site for a small window, while Astralis pad B. And so NAVI, when they have that realization, because it is deep apps already ready to go, they just hit it. And the spacing is nice, long control affirms that the Arch player's gone. And NAVI, yeah, they've been flushing Magisk out of the pit every round. What a shot from Alexi. Device sits in that Molotov, and Alexi beams him. AWP shuffled out by jabbi.
Wonderful, don't even want one, man. Like, no one even wants that AWP right now for NAVI.
It's 9-5 on the rifle, screw it.
His rifling has felt good all day.
Solid day for Wonderful for sure. Not so much for Mikazi.
Retake util, it's risky. Especially because you have no way to stop this now. With Stair falling, you're left fighting. And you're just hoping that Hooksy can line something up here, but gets nothing done. Oh, Magisk just can't get away from Bit. He is his kryptonite.
In the smoke. Like, I don't trust
it. Up until now, Magisk has been dying in pit to Bit. It makes it a little more understandable, but that one, there's just no accounting for.
Spammed.
Magisk is thinking, I just can't get away from this guy. He's everywhere I go.
And this is a Alexi 3K round, by the way, right? Oh, dear. Found that entry onto Device's AWP. Went on and finished it at B.
Oh, and look at the hunt.
It's
Everyone's coming for this.
You're dead.
Now here in the library, read like a book, and it's overdue. Wonderful did not pick up that AWP despite having chances to do so. And plenty of money. He's liking what the AK is providing right now, as are the rest of NAVI.
I just hate that flash Astralis through. I hate the flash over the roof of B to retake Banana, because it doesn't do anything. Look at Alexi, not blind at all. He's in that cover position from the lid. And I just, you know, a lot of the time you throw that flash, there's no one there. But of course, in this round, it costs him everything. Alexi gets that easy kill. And Astralis' proactive move shut down. So NAVI right now look to win out this T side, despite a 4-0 lead at the beginning for Astralis. Their 5th round being that crazy clutch up from Stair. And despite all of that, NAVI, it's their half for the taking.
Magisk is terrified. He knows eventually what's going to be required of him. The Bit's going to come looking for this head-to-head at 12-5. I feel like half of them might have been on Magisk.
Abby's like, I got you, bro. I'm right here. Meanwhile, NAVI are right on the door in the B bomb site. Good block, but 3 here. Will it send NAVI back? Do they call the bluff? Looking like they want to commit. But that bomb still dropped at the back, and 2 lurkers on A. I don't know. I think NAVI are leaving their options open.
Yeah, just see if you get given a really solid reason to commit to this. You don't like what you see at first, now you really don't like it, and so Wonderful starts to put some distance between himself and that B site. They've just traded places in the smoke. That might get Jabbi killed. Emer, as he darts back in, they're wondering where the hell is Magisk? Really awkward on the smoke fade. He's going to get away with the kill. Bit comes looking. Magisk finally deals with him, and that will see Astralis through to an even half as they stop NAVI from closing out with a strong lead on Inferno. After a tightly contested series, it only makes sense that map 3 Inferno would be a nail-biter. In spite of a strong start from Astralis, NAVI went on to resurge on this T side, and at one point could have looked to win out this first half. It wasn't until Astralis come along in round 12, finally stop the streak and go on to tie us up at 6-all.
It's been a tight game all series long. Who will run away? It's been the breakout here in this third map. Been laying down the pain to Magisk and to Moore. Ema got to watch out. He's on notice, on guard, and in they come. Oof.
On guard, swords drawn, and Stair gonna open.
Bit though.
Bit with the reply. Oh, why not? Why not just take them all? Fresh mag put in, and Bits on for the ace. Why not? Shut down by Hooksy, but surely he's done enough. Bomb out in the open, 3 players here, and they all swing him together. Bitferno alive and well as he lights up Astralis in that pistol.
Yeah, 4 headshots after just a phenomenal first half. 12 and 6 off of it. 16 and 7 is the nightmare of Magisk. And he'll stay in his head. They will roll. Astralis on Glocks. This game's now on hard mode. You mentioned their T-side woes on this map. A lot of trust from Alexi, leaving 3 and 9 Makazi alone on this B-bomb site. But against Glocks, it shouldn't be a worry. And Astralis use this like a timeout, chatting it over.
Went and checked it manual mode, so always the chance it's a little off, but I'm pretty sure 6 of Bit's 16 kills are on Magisk. So he really just has been the anti-Magisk in this game.
Anti-MO. Oh no, that flash was about to go. Instead, rush, and Makazi's got no support, but Alexi is here to win it all. Don't you worry. And so on we go to the gun round here for Astralis, do or die. NAVI lurch towards the finish line. 5 rounds away from a Mongols rematch that they won out so many times. But that was pre-controllers Mongols, Harry, so
Yeah.
very different team now.
I mean, also sometimes just bringing in someone with a fresh perspective, not burdened by the
Sure.
the beef, can be helpful. Sure to be an exciting matchup if that's what we get, but Astralis want to have a bit of a say-so before we get there. Magiskin with the first, and a spot of revenge.
About time.
That one was personal for Magisk. He's thinking, guys, I got him. We can actually win this round.
Like the Jabbi disengages there. 5v4. Astralis want to do this together. So while Stair kicks up a fuss on the B-bomb side, the rest of the team get ready in middle. Stair has a smoke to disrupt, and it's already seemingly done that, drawing a 3rd player over and leaving Wonderful and Arch. They are full gambling. NAVI have rolled the dice. Low numbers.
In a round like this, you know, like, you still have a bit of a lead to work with. You're a man down. You feel like you want to take a gamble to offer something up here. And so, yeah, that B-stack is it. Also in the knowledge that if you get out with 3 guns, you still have a buy in the next round.
So much damage.
And so, save call here for NAVI. Not a bad idea from Alexi at all. It just leaves it, you know, somewhat down to chance. He made his best guess as to where that was going to end up. And now they save on 3. That first round for Astralis is all Magisk.
Solid round for Astralis with 5 alive, just what they needed to give them some leverage in what is still a close game. Aside from these like 4-0, 5-0, 6-0 leads, no one has really run away inside of this series. They've always been just trading out rounds between 1 or 2 of each other. So is that going to continue here on Inferno? Kamikaze scrambling utility on B, but this is all again a ruse as Astralis set their sights on this mid take. This time NAVI have a stellar defense. 3 strong. And that's exactly what Astralis want as they do go back to Banana with the bomb. Still in their default. How? In fact, ending A. NAVI can't guess. They are in the dark. They've even just re-cleared middle. This is misinformation. Ema gets caught by the side swipe of Magisk, crawling out middle. Doesn't tell you too much, though. Navi is still in the dark.
A lot of damage. A good chance for Wonderful, but unable to stick the landing on that transfer. And now just one man in the sight. It's big. He's been hitting hard, but there's a limit to it as he's wrapped on through short and long.
Gun lets him down. I mean, headshot device, but now Navi asked a question that they cannot answer.
Alexi hanging around, really hoping they give him this kill. Will secure it on Hooksy. This is a round he wants to attempt.
Nade backside. Interesting. Could kill. Hit Molly. Nade. Oh, there it is. It's opened up now.
Jabbi swinging, Jabbi fighting, and that one shot enough to spook Alexi off of the defuse. Now needs the kill instantly. And Jabbi dancing around those boxes, does not go down without a fight. Stops Alexi in his tracks. The captain attempting the clutch in the last few seconds of the round. Only to get stifled by that swing from Jabbi. Money now broken for NAVI. So a chance for Astralis to find themselves up in the lead and in a commanding spot. You know, in these close games, the game within the game, the economy battle matters a hell of a lot. Being in pole position on a T-sided map, having control over the money, it's a strong place for Astralis, providing they can get through this round.
It also means you just have to be very cautious about not giving away these advantageous rounds, right? We call them free rounds, but that's only if you make it so. So nice to see Astralis taking it slow, using their util, burning out that apps player. This is cheeky. Boost over. Free kill in B as well. So Astralis dot their I's, cross their T's, and tick all the boxes on this anti-eco. Refusing to give NAVI any chance. And as good as Bit has been, he is only one man. All 5 walking up mid, and he just stepped, so jig is up. Astralis dance their way to 9 rounds. Oof.
Ema's Deagle is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, true.
Really been loving what he can accomplish with it, but here on his way out through the door, hoping to make it expensive. They're just peppering shots his way. Has a couple of chances, but it never gets going. Lead taken for Astralis, and they're in that power position now where they have control over the money. NAVI come through with another buy. You know, if you lose too many players too quickly, your hands are tied. You've got to save. So you need success in the early rounds here if you're NAVI. That's why someone like Mikazi struggling so much here after getting bullied in that first half over towards Banana. Having only 5 kills to his name, an initiator for the NAVI squad. Well, you don't want him taking fights that he gives away that then put you under an insane amount of stress, but you don't want to play too scared either. You can't start giving up room, so you really hit like a hell of a dilemma here if you're NAVI. Blade weighing in, knowing that this buy round is hugely important if they want to take this series.
Absolutely, yeah. You still want to keep your signature on the CT side. Aggressive in Banana, fighting for control, but if you're not feeling it, do NAVI have something to fall back on? He's got a decent spawn. May opt to engage. There is a mid-Banana smoke as well. Kazi looking interested. It's a very good grenade, but the re-flash back in forces the AWP off, and Mikazi realizes they are going heavy, and Banana has to give it up. Good to see him not dying with that, though. Didn't need to overcommit into a heavy setup. Meanwhile, in the middle, players walk through the smoke as Astralis walk into B. Surprise! Good luck.
Alexi, that's a huge kill to have picked up, but the molly's gonna burn him. Jabbi catching players who try to rotate out from A.
It's done.
And this one is done. NAVI have to save. Their money is so vulnerable, and they're not even allowed to get out with these guns. Wonderful left is the last man, but with players in the A site, B lost. He is in a tiny little box right now, and Astralis are going to go looking for him. They know if they take this AWP away, there is nothing for NAVI in this next round.
There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to hide. They're behind you, and Astralis take all 5 down. HooXi calling them over the finish line right now. An aggressive B play with the lurker just walking through the mid smoke. And success on both fronts. I mean, it makes sense to abuse B right now, even though Alexi's having a decent game. Pretty good game by his standards, but you're going up against the in-game leader and the rookie who's struggling. Perfect place to abuse right now. HooXi's putting his pieces in the right place. 10-8.
I mean, you can also just use this stress against NAVI in these coming rounds, right? You know you're making them nervous about B. You know Mikazi's struggling. You're expecting at some point a heavier lean over towards this B site. And so, you know, in rounds to come, hell, maybe even this one, you can take advantage of a weakened A site.
With a final block, a final hope to stop this B play, but all it's going to do is delay the inevitable.
They're going for a full gamble. They throw in that smoke, they leave B, go and pad out and stack this A side of the map.
Good call. Astralis might just walk into it right now. NAVI have nothing to lose. And with low health, with HooXi on an AWP, there are ways this can go very pear-shaped. Stair leaving the porch light on allows the bomb to come back. As Astralis will realize what's up very soon. Oh, what a shot. But it doesn't matter. You can't retake this. All you can do is try.
You think, screw it, send the pistols in, see if they can get away with something. Mikazi looking for a confidence booster here, something just as on the way out of this round. Dulvaret is pushed up over towards Banana. He's got Wonderful waiting down there with him. But it's Astralis in pole position. AK taken out of this one. You hope that finds its way maybe into the hands a bit. Ema, no slouch with it either. And I'm just thinking about that bit round where the M4 did let him down, and it could have been a spectacle, it could have been something.
And they exit CT, so Makazi doesn't even get the fight he wants. Astralis are right there on the precipice of taking this series and going into that upper bracket group final to make it to playoffs. Do NAVI have any more gas in the tank here? 5 rounds straight from Astralis, just clean executes. Simple trades, nothing's too special, nothing needed to be. And NAVI have just not put up a threat anywhere on the map. Missed shot from both the AWPs. Makazi with an important kill to hold on. Oh, that's more like it. Well.
No accounting for that.
Oh, what a save. Bit kept alive by the AK.
Yeah, it was right for him to keep it after all. He's just bailed him out and kept the A-hold well and truly alive.
2 health AWP at the B site. Vice knows it. What can he do about it? 1 rotating back. Playing double long is a risk, but they're going to go re-clear mid together, so fighting together looking like the way here for NAVI. Put it, Ema in the cubby. He can spam on timing if he wants. Bit goes back.
Even has a nade to break if Bit ends up taking contact. But Ema's missed his timing. Alexi moving on over. Missed shot from Device, and now Bit should be here to seal the deal as only Hooksy left in the hot seat for Astralis. NAVI finally going to break through, finally going to get some mileage out of Makazi in the B-hold as well.
It was about time.
It's in his multi-kill round, that 5-round streak of Astralis is stopped.
This one's going the distance and then some on every map. Burning the midnight oil is Astralis with another tactical timeout. 5-round streak broken. Money surviving for NAVI. That's a big headline at this point. Being able to field multiple buy rounds if in case Astralis find that point.
I mean, dude, for either one of these squads, right? Teams who have been struggling throughout the year. And sure, like for NAVI, I think you can say they've had a better series of moves in the right direction in terms of results. For both squads, success at this tournament ahead of the major would be a huge confidence boost just because of how stacked Chengdu is. Far cry from some of the smaller tournaments where these squads have found successes. This is as stacked as it gets ahead of the major. So you want that chance to be competing for playoffs, to go play versus the very best Counter-Strike has to offer.
Very cautious in Banana this time are Astralis. They've avoided most of the grenade damage. So looking for the late to execute perhaps, but they're still going to have to force out grenades. There's a smoke left on B. Can Astralis elicit this? Or will they just try and contact in? The smoke down as the AWP fires, and Device timing shot will not do anything. That's all the util on the B site gone.
It's also most of the util gone for Astralis though, right? They're down to just this, 2 smokes and a flashbang.
I feel like it's enough for a B play, but now they're going into more utility in A. A block at 30 seconds. There's no more blocking util here for NAVI, but there is a 3-man hold.
Gotta hope that's enough. Ema smoked out on long, tries to... Well, Debate's playing through it on the back of that flash. Alexi tees him up for the kill. Even goes on to find one himself. Back turn as they move in, and the captain does the carrying.
Damn. Alexi's had some sick multi-kill rounds in this series, right? We don't often, require him or expect him to be putting on carry performances, but he's caught up with Bit, who has done almost nothing in the CT side since that pistol round. Had a fantastic first half. Hit a 4K in the pistol and it's gone fairly quiet since that point. Alexi lights him up on short side. Astralis, if you want it, you're going to have to earn it.
Yeah. Not just in this round either. It's going to be a grind.
Oh.
Even if you pick this one up, you don't have NAVI vulnerable anymore. You're a long way away from breaking their money, and you likely won't before this game is over. You got to break on through and do it the hard way. You're the ones operating with limitations here. Galil for Hooksy. No one with a full belt of util device is the closest they've got. And so that's stripping options away from Hooksy, away from Astralis. As NAVI try and level out at the last possible second. B-exec on the cards. It's all Astralis we're left with. Util pop, big test for Mikazi, he falls straight away. And so now it's got to be Alexi again with a multi-kill hold, and he gets nothing done.
You can't risk this. There's just no way to win it, even though money is not really the question for NAVI. You want that AK, you want that AWP. And Magisk is going to make sure this one is Astralis's with map and match point. Big double kill. And a clean, easy exit going back to abusing.
Dude, the hunt could be kind of consequential as well, even though money is good. If you remove both of these guns, you're going to force him to make some awkward decisions. Because Alexi is broke, everyone else has money.
Yeah, I mean, Astralis don't have enough to justify their own losses, really. So they've got to be careful on the way out. You don't want to lose 3 just like that. They'll find one more kill. Only Wonderful survive, so it's fine for NAVI, to be honest. It is anything but for Astralis, but at least they have the comfort, the cushion of match and series point. They all make do with Galil's. They just need one round.
Really curious to see if Hooksy calls for another one of these B hits. Because Mikazi has not gone on to recover in any way since the rough start here on Inferno.
1-2K in Banana, that is it in this second half.
That's really a lot of damage put down range early, right? Already softening up this triple B hold. Now you might feel even more reluctant to get away from that, right? You might feel pretty dedicated to this spot with Ema dead. You've lost a very important piece.
That's the Joker, right? Do you realize that there's a... Well, at least the position swapped this round. Alexi is over on A. You would expect that to be the third man at B. But either way, Astralis aren't jumping the gun. They're letting NAVI settle into their setup. In a 4-on-4, Mikazi still trying to gather info. Unless he has util dropped to the back of Church, he's got nothing right now. So upgrades come in. Mikazi, just with his gun, his wits, and a hope against the fake of Stare. Oh, he's gonna risk it. One kill goes so hard here, but Mikazi has the cover.
Left to the A play, wonderful Zorb delivers, bit of a surf from Jabbi. Magisk with the transfer!
Maybe.
And maybe there's still hope. Yeah, he's got less than 30 seconds to work with. Magisk gonna have to toe the line in this clutch. Knows he needs a bomb plant, but aware that NAVI are very quickly gonna try and close the net on him once he commits. Moves in, they run him down early. Magisk, 4 shots left, and Mikazi cleans up with a multi.
Oh, little did he know he could have run right back to B. The runway was open, there was no flank, they were grouping up. Could have just run to B and got that plant, but wanted to finish it all on the A site, and now Astralis, talk of finish. That hunting, it's left them with nothing. Those 3 exit kills found by Wonderful on the AWP has put Astralis' money in the bin. They may have match point, but this also may be decided in overtime. Pistols are all they get.
Surely this is where you go B. Surely this is where you commit to the B push.
Full send? But NAVI have been starting 3B.
They have been starting 3B. I'm also paranoid, you know, Wonderful doesn't have a good spawn for A. He's donning the orb. I can think of a game not too long ago where they started with the triple B hold. Wonderful there. One missed shot ended up costing them the whole thing.
Oh, don't you dare.
And he's looking that way as well off of the spawn.
Okay, well,
I think he's going to be the third B player. Him and Makazi side by side. Now, Wonderful's been great in this series. Not showing many signs of missing, but it's in these key moments that sometimes the AWP whiffs let him down.
These are the ones you remember, Harry. Well, Astralis won't throw themselves at Banana. They want to at least wait out the util.
Well, like you
and
say,
go together.
You know they've been starting triple B off the rib.
Yeah, lots of nades just landed. They've got that info again. Alexi's already back at A. This is a fake right
sent
now.
Through on a fake out towards long. Alexi on this line locks it in.
Good
Wonderful
shots.
Nails his shot down through Banana.
OT? Yes.
Nails the follow-up. That's more like it from Wonderful. Lights out in this series. And Makazi emboldened as the AWP covers for two. And now they know what Device is. He's just run the dinner bell. All of NAVI making their way over. As they look to force overtime, there's nothing for Device to do. Closed in, NAVI bring us in to extra time.
Look, we've seen our fair share of stinkers from Wonderful. We've called them as we've seen them. But right now, in a tumultuous game, in a game that's gone into overtimes, close maps, wins, losses, this has gone the distance, and Wonderful has delivered across all three maps when required. Has never been the letdown for NAVI.
No.
20 and 11 right now. Nails his shots. I know it's only pistols, but we've seen NAVI lose those rounds. Not today. Wonderful makes it so into extra time. They're doing this with Makazi and Ema still massively struggling.
Yeah, it's a super top-heavy scoreboard, isn't it?
And Stair's not exactly had his series today either. But this could be redemption for Stair. Double up. He doesn't know about the third. Alexi holds strong. He keeps the round alive.
Massive pickup for Device. Wonderful caught re-aggressing out here on short, needing something to show for these casualties at B. And Bit blinded off the angle. Not knowing about here, sure. He's got Alexi rotating in, but a clean shot for Jabbi. And hoping what? Alexi can 1v4 this? That ain't gonna happen.
I mean, even if the grenade gets the kill, no, not gonna open up. And so may as well just save, but save what? Astralis, a quick pace from Stair, finds him a double kill up Banana, and they just rotate around the world, knowing NAVI are to panic. Re-aggression punished, and Astralis take the first. This isn't guaranteed, but they should be clearing sight. Ooh. He dies. He got one. Jabbi took him out, so AK gone. All for naught here for NAVI. And there it is. He's been waiting. Both these teams know, as we've set up this series, it's just such an opportunity. Yes, I'm not going to lie, Mongols looked solid today in this series against Heroic. But at the same time, given how stacked this tournament is, given how even bottom heavy the group is with Falcons and Spirit meeting, this is your opportunity for playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if anything, yeah, the challenge is just going to grow.
You're not going to get easier games.
Now, yeah.
You're not going to get easier games in these opening two matchups. It's all uphill. So don't throw yourself in that lower bracket where one of Falcons/Spirit will be there. Both these teams grabbing the ball by the horns. Who can hang on?
Again, a lot of util down banana. Once more, you're being given a telltale sign that they've started triple B, and I think Astralis might look to do something with this info. They've gone fast out towards the apartments. Device on the line with his orb. And as he started to eclipse Wonderful in overtime, we were crediting him for a fantastic series, but if Device steps up at the 11th hour and starts to beat him more and more in these head-to-heads, it won't matter.
Back to back.
And dude, I mean, nothing speaks to the uncertainty of this round like this for NAVI. 3 players on long. They were bringing a 4th player over in Mikazi. You never have that many in this position.
Boost is nice though. Saw him. Oh, he couldn't make up his mind. And Device follows up. No way. Late game activation. Into overtime. Device rears his head and removes NAVI's 2 rounds in a row. Looking for the clean sweep. Is it Nuke again? Is it comeback for nothing? A cosmetic overtime. Forced by NAVI. What a series. We are far from done. Astralis still have to earn this third of the half. And they're not getting it easily. I say that, Stair just sprays into the shot. And Mikazi walks right in. They are so blind. We need this third trade. Hoopsie burning for it.
Oh, God.
Holy Nate's
out in the open? No.
That's too far. The Molly was trash. He could have run right over it. Could have climbed up top.
Flashes even slowed the roll. They bought Ema time to put a fresh mag in. He still has more work to do here. 2 already. Can he sweeten the deal? NAVI looking to get away with anything on this CT half. Ema provides a third. So it's going to come down to this, a retake for NAVI. Bit still a long way away, but it's him and Wonderful, 2 top performers alongside Alexi left up in this one.
Great position, classic Magic's position. It's like we're back in Melbourne.
Both players elevated, both players fighting. At the first turn of NAVI, are you ready for it? Twice over, there's the spot. Yeah. Magic's brought down low, Jabbi wins out his fight, and this one goes no further. Bit might have had a fantastic start over here on Inferno, but no love for him in OT. It's flawless out of Astralis.
And there's Magic's revenge to find the flawless half onto Bit, who had his number, and it was no competition. It was a beating. Now, 3 chances to close this series and send NAVI to the lower bracket. Also, that's twice over. Stair gets the double entry B and just doesn't expect a third guy. Hoopsie almost throws away the round, but...
The thing that feels even more insane is that Mikazi, his nades have been fantastic. It's in the actual gunfights that he's struggled to follow up with anything. He's got nearly 700 util damage at the end of that half of OT. Most in the server by a long shot.
Well, here we go. 3 chances. What more do you need? Astralis. Some highs, some lows. But this will be a solid day in the office if they can finish it here and now.
Been a long time since that T-half for Bit, but he was lights out. Damn near unstoppable over here in the apartments. Problem is, he's kind of created his own demon. It was him wrecking Magis so much that pumped him up, and now he's got on to top the charts for Astralis.
You'd think after all this time, Magis will have learned. He will be adopting new positions, trying not to make the same mistakes.
This is a bit of a problem though, being the pit play. You feel like you can't play pit. That's the Bit effect.
Oh no, Mikazi, poor guy, just getting siphoned out of this server. Just getting turned into mush. Push down Banana with all the util, and that frees up rotations. They're here to close.
Jabbi with the spot. When you see him going like that, you know there's numbers, and Jabbi lands the transfer.
Dirt.
Bit knows it's over. The NAVI had their chances, had their time to win this series, and this is not it. Astralis showing up, and it is a real team effort from top to bottom. The ceiling for these teams has felt the same, but the floor for Astralis was higher. Bit. A dead man walking as he makes his way in through short. There's no chance. Astralis in overtime take down NAVI in a tight 3-map series. They now find themselves a best of 3 away from the playoffs. Coming here into Chengdu, a stacked event ahead of the major. You're unsure where to place this team. Out in Bucharest prior to this, the game that could have sent them to the playoffs, Device couldn't make it to. Well, he was here for this.